Welcome, everyone, to Constructed Chaos, where we run our D&D live stream every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time, and where XIVM and Grim Reaper come in with 5 gifted memberships each to kick off what is going to be an absolutely incredible stream. I know it. I feel it in my bones. Thank you guys so much for being here, and welcome to the Chaos Crew, all of our new friends. If you guys are enjoying the content, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live streams when we do go live. And if you're really enjoying, some of you will get to enjoy some of our homebrew content that we've been putting out monthly now to all of our members. You can check that out on our YouTube channel under the community page and all that stuff. But you can also check it out in our Discord now because YouTube allows you to link that up, apparently. So make sure to check that out if you haven't already. It's got tons of goodies. And do also check out this comment from our last stream.
Hey.
Grim Reaper said, such a fun session. Great combat. Love the set. Grim, if you love that set, you are going to love the set I have planned tonight. And before I forget, you're going to love this tabletop beard oil. Today we have a new scent, actually, from our good friends over at Tabletop Beard. It is the Brawler. It is, it says Pack a Punch. It smells like oatmeal stout. So imagine pouring yourself a little bit of breakfast oatmeal with, like some cinnamon flakes on top, and then dumping in a healthy amount of your favorite ale for breakfast. It's what you do. Okay. Sorry, we have a bomb going off in our house. That's all that is. Joke, Alex.
I
don't know if y'all can hear that
I tried
beeping.
to play in the dishwasher to where it would go off before stream. I was 2 minutes late.
Oh, so close. But if you guys want to check out some of this chaotic beard oil yourself, go check out our friends over at Tabletop Beard using the link in the description below and use code CHAOS20 for 20% off at checkout. Do also check out our friends over at Darkeport. They've been running Curse of Strahd lately, and I was able to tune in on a very special live stream last night. They're always doing great things over there, so go give them some love. Their link is also in the description, the description below. But with all that said, before I fumble too many other words, I do believe that it is time to
roll that beautiful beam footage.
Yeah, nailed it.
The grit of ash clings to every corner of your body like a sandpaper cloak. Emerging from the smoldering smoke of the burrows, you adjust to the frigid temperature of this icy scene. Kobolds gather in small clusters, tending to their wounds and searching for loved ones. As your watery eyes scan the crowds, hoping for some relief from the tragedy, your mysterious new acquaintance magically nurses the most critically injured. Soot moves at a steady pace, set by his cane and old age, yet remains focused upon his task. But something feels amiss, like a mound of snow concealing a bottomless gorge just beneath your feet. You glance down to the 2 unconscious arsonists and ponder what drove them to such ends against this peaceful commune.
Everyone, thank you so much, Daniel Strew, for the 10 gifted memberships over the break. You guys are in rare form tonight, and I like it because tonight is a rare night. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, so much so that I'm going to join in on the fun, and I'm going to gift another 5 gifted memberships to all of you. So thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Now that you have all seen the intro, and our players have seen the intro,
yes,
rejoin the 5 of you, 4 of our adventurers and Little Flint, outside of the Kobold tunnels as your new acquaintance Soot moves through the crowd, tending to his Kobold brethren as he goes. What are all of you doing in this moment?
I think Drazad would probably be walking around healing people as much as he could. Just helping in any way he could, bandages, anything like that.
Okay.
If there's limbs lost, dying, spare the dying, healing word, that kind of a thing.
Most of the kobolds have minor injuries, and when I say minor, burns that will take time to heal, but there are only a few that look like they could be in pretty dire condition.
Okay.
And so you begin making your way to those first. I'm going to have you make a medicine check for me.
Okay. Is there anything that takes away a failed death save?
Eep.
Without, like, is that it, though? There's
Yeah.
no, like, spell.
Just a long rest.
Greater Restoration doesn't do it. I figured.
I
Yeah.
don't think there is anything.
Oh.
Base 5e or base 2024 rules, your death saves reset when you pop back up, but we
Yeah.
don't run it that way.
Right,
It's
right.
only a long
You
rest.
said medicine?
Yes.
27.
Wow. So with your 27, you're able to heal even the most critically injured kobolds, the ones that are missing limbs and would have bled out otherwise. You're quick on your feet. Healing your party in the throes of combat has trained you for this in ways that you may have never imagined. But one thing strikes you as weird as you're moving through the kobolds that have less severe injuries. With your 27, you begin to pick up on the fact that a lot of the kobolds that are that have been healed by Soot are still at least partially hurt. Like they're not healed all the way.
Yeah.
Either you might imagine either his magic is just not strong enough, or maybe he's trying to heal them just enough before moving on to the next person.
Yeah, just to where they can kind of heal on themselves.
So what are the rest of you doing?
I'm holding my gate open as long as I can. I mean, it's only
Okay.
10 minutes. And I would reverse it. I don't know if sound doesn't travel through it whenever it's one direction or not. I don't feel like reading it, but so I would reverse it. I would reverse it to like yell through and be like, the exit's this way, a couple times, and then reversing it back so people can come out.
When
as
it
they get
doesn't
closer.
close immediately after a while, I'm gonna say, how long does it stay open?
How long would we have of the 10 minutes left?
If you cast it during that combat, and I'm imagining you're doing this while Drazad is going to heal everyone, I'd say you have at least 5 minutes left.
I'd like to run back in and see if I can gather up some more coal.
Okay. As you're running through the smoke, make a perception check with disadvantage for me.
Oh, I did.
Well, you're probably using
with
your
the
gust.
gust?
Yeah. Go ahead and straight
Regular?
roll. Straight roll.
I did want to remember to say this as well, because I always
Yeah,
rewatch
roll.
the last like 30 minutes of the session.
Uh-huh.
On the way here, you specifically wanted to dig in the kobold's pockets and check for gold, and you said we would.
No,
Oh,
I think the bad guys.
The
pocket.
arsonists.
Oh, the bad guys'
Arsonists,
pocket.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I'd be like, the exit's this way while I'm digging through there. Come on. And then Odd walks up. He's like, how long is it open? I'm like, oh, yeah, you can go in. And I'm like,
I got a 18.
Okay. With your 18, you don't find too many
Thanks,
other kobolds. It does feel like most of the tunnels were evacuated, but you find one kobold who looks young, and you're probably well traveled enough to know that kobolds mature relatively quickly. So this must be a very young kobold. You're able to escort them out without any real issues.
Cool.
They appeared to have been locked in fear, unable to move for fear of getting somewhere worse than where they were. Investigation check? Sorry, I didn't ask for it yet. My bad.
rolled the same thing on both dice.
Le Shadow.
25.
Okay. With your 25, you begin looting through their pockets, and you're able to find about 75 gold. We'll say 75 to keep it even. But more importantly, you find a very roughly drawn layout of Tuck's tomb.
Ooh.
I imagine that it says Tuck's tomb across the top, but the K on Tuck is backwards.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looks like it was drawn by a 5-year-old, but it
Tuck.
it appears not so much to be an exact map, but more or less like an ordering of key chambers. And based on this map, there appears to be a large entry chamber, a secondary chamber just after it, one more very small chamber after that, and then question marks.
As far as
So that's as far as they made. So
I'd like to
Either as far as they made or as far as they knew.
take that and Excuse me. I would like to take that map and maybe like transcribe it into my own style.
Flip the K.
Yeah.
Add on to
Make it not look like you. It's in crayon. You draw it in pencil.
That way I can add on to it as we go in.
Gotcha. I will say, I'm gonna say, don't even worry about making the check with your calligrapher's tools
Okay.
or sorry, cartographer's tools, because you're just transcribing the
Right.
map, and it's already so rough that you're kind of estimating what you're seeing there. But at the very least, this map will be much more legible and easy to add things to in the future.
So you said large entry, secondary chamber, and then 2 smaller ones, and then after that,
No, one smaller
one
one
smaller
after.
one after that. Okay, that's what I messed up.
Do you have a rough sketch of that for us to physically see right now or no? Okay.
Sorry.
Once Flora's done with it, I would like to. I'm going to suggest within our minds. Let's keep this secret from Soot that we have this. I want to see if he gives us something similar or different, or if his information lines up with what he gave them.
Soot is the older man.
Yeah.
The older kobold.
I apologize. What did you just find?
A map.
of Tuxedo.
Okay, that's
Now
what
it's a map
I
that
heard.
they seemingly made when they entered. Maybe it was some information that he gave as well. I don't
I don't
know,
think
but I
they
want to
made
make
it.
sure it checks out.
I don't think they made it. I think a kobold maiden gave it to them.
Either way, I want to make sure whoever, because they said they were wronged by someone.
Yeah.
Soot walked up and said, "That was probably me." So I want to.
He didn't say
didn't
that.
say
I thought
that.
he did.
No, he didn't.
He- He walked up and said, "I believe you're looking for
You're
me."
You're looking
for
for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Well, either way, I want to.
Checked.
I want to make. I want to
Yeah,
make
'cause then
sure.
was like,
I wanna
"You heard
make
from your
sure that,
contact in the last hour?"
either that it checks out with what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever met a dishonest kobold?
Never.
Ever.
This is the first time I've met a Cobalt in Flint.
Yeah.
Flint's
Flint's not in here.
Flint's not in our mind.
Get out of here, Flint.
Flint did lie to us and try to take a lot of
Well,
gold from
besides
us.
Flint.
He was the first, and so far, one of 2 kobolds I've met.
Yeah, I know.
His grandmother's the other, and she was also not very trustworthy.
Okay, but in fairness, she's like blind and
Blind,
deaf, clearly.
yeah.
Blind
Fair.
for sure.
He was asking if I met any that were trustworthy, and the answer is no, but I've only met 2.
Sample
fair.
size.
Okay.
Sample size very small.
Yeah. Okay.
So as all of you begin to round up the last few kobolds from the burrows, gather what resources you can from the unconscious bodies of these arsonists, and heal up the kobolds that need aid, the scene begins to quiet. The cries and wails are replaced by cold-induced sniffles amongst the crowds of kobolds that now sort of talk amongst each other. And as the scene begins to lose that fresh liveliness,
You mine. You hot in there, and now you cold out here.
Flint,
the lane.
Flint now finds all of you as Soot trails close behind him. Thank you for your aid.
It's no problem.
Check myself, and I'm like beat half to hell, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, almost exactly half the hell.
Well, I have 14 out of 83.
Yeah, you guys are not doing good.
I look
Flora, I'm like,
awful.
Are you rough too?
I can heal myself.
I am
just
full
haven't
health.
yet.
Yeah,
Because I went prone at the beginning of last combat.
right.
he hid the whole time.
Lay down.
Howard,
I probably should just heal myself. I'll do that real quick.
I would like to ask Soot,
I can do Heroes Feast.
did you write this? And I'm going to pull out the... Which one do I want to let him know that I've read?
Oh, the beetle. Of course, the beetle, right?
I'm going to pull out the moon one.
Just to spite me.
as he,
No, because the beetle one talks about like how they're drawn to lies, and that might...
Yeah.
he looks upon the book that you show. Its edges are frayed and tattered as if it has been around for a time. In my younger years, yes.
Well, the librarian said that you would leave these every so often, so do you still write some?
Oh, On occasion. I'm working on one now.
How old are you, Soot?
I'm 83. One of the longest
Damn.
lived kobolds in our commune.
Is it true that if an outside force doesn't actively kill you, then y'all theoretically could live forever?
Oh, we are not having this discussion again.
Well, it certainly seems to be that way.
Is there any,
Perhaps I'll write a book on that next.
is there any resemblance between him and Tuck 10? Like familial resemblance?
Make a
Yeah.
nature check. Obviously, like coloring is easy enough to see.
Yeah.
I want
It's like a drag race episode.
to.
Family resemblance.
Said nature.
Yes.
Are we like in a place where we could like rest right now?
You are outside of the kobold burrows right now, standing in the middle of the street.
We were
Got it.
about to go to sleep at the inn whenever
That's right.
this stuff went down.
Well, as everyone's kind of like talking and stuff, can I set up Hero's Feast?
Absolutely, you
Because
can.
like presumably we'll
Ooh.
be here for at least an hour.
Yeah, you can. You break out some utensils from your pack and begin pulling together a meal for the heroes that are here.
Lord goes to Odd's backpack and just starts pulling out pots and pans, and Odd's like, "Why? Why are
We
they
just in hers and pulls
how
out
did
the
that get in
fish,
there?"
cuts a little bit off.
Yeah.
A little bit of fish in every meal.
So I'm gonna cast that. It can cover up to 12 people, so all of us will get it. I'll text you guys what it does.
I imagine like some of the kobolds that may need food linger over and get a small share for themselves.
Yeah. Everyone's maximum hit points is going to increase by 11, and you'll full heal up to that.
Oh,
And then you'll get like resistances and stuff. I'll text you.
I got a nat 20 for a 25 on my nature check.
Holy hell! So
103.
something you notice now that you've been exposed to these kobolds for an extended period of time is that a lot of the older kobolds, their color has faded, yes, but you can tell that they were once a much more deep red, like a classic red kobold. Whereas Flint is more of a bronze color, like there might be some other kobold heritage mixed in.
Is the grandma kind of bronzy or grandma?
Grandma is more reddish.
So Soot, grandma red,
Mhm.
kind of bronze.
Yeah.
Presumably, Puck Senior is bronze.
The original Tuck
Puck Senior.
would have been red, but
been
just
red.
somewhere along the lineage, like there might have been some bronze mixed in.
Okay. Okay. I'm curious if Soot is Tuck 3.
Ah.
Because he's older, right?
Nobody
But
really
he's,
knows.
But he's younger than Tuck Senior.
Nobody really knows where he went.
He kind of looks at you with deep, inquisitive eyes and smacks his toothless mouth.
That's
So, what'd you want to ask me?
Is Soot your original name?
It's been a long time. I think so.
Oh, okay. No relation to Tuck Everlasting?
Well, I'm sure somewhere down the line,
no, but
we're
like,
all Tuck's offspring.
like immediately is I think what he's referring.
I mean, Flint is Tuck 10. I'm assuming he's Tuck's direct descendant, or...
Make a persuasion check. Jeez.
Persuasion. Yeah, I might take something from the chat because my persuasion is not
We
that
just
good.
got a D8.
Wow. Is it working, Morgan?
I didn't think so.
I just had to do it manually.
Well, I'm gonna take one of the 5s we already have.
Well,
That
we
one
got
I
it a
think
5
was
anyway.
another 5.
Perfect.
That was on the screen, Alex.
Put it back.
Just restarted it.
But that's what we have. I have the live doc open.
For a 18.
Okay. He kind of looks you over as you linger on the question.
not entirely sure why that's so important to you.
Well, you might have some familial knowledge about the tomb. You're here to help us through the tomb, I presume, as Elias told you.
I have information about the tomb, yes, but
Yeah, and the closer relation you would be to Tuck, presumably you might be privy to some information that he would not have given to anyone outside of his immediate family,
Or you could have actually been there when it was built.
or when he was buried.
all good points. But I ask you now, what is your purpose in seeking the tomb? What do you wish to do with Tuck's great treasure?
We're not so interested in the treasure as more along the lines of one particular thing.
Oh,
If it is even there.
For a sword.
a sword.
We're looking for wares.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I look at Jazad, I'm like, nice.
There are a great many smiths here in the city that could supply you with a work of art. I'm
Are
quite
any
sure
of them
of it.
a colossal giant?
And Drazad also could outperform any of them. We are looking for something better than that.
Period.
Do you seek the Silver Fang? Do you?
Drazad audibly like,
I mean, that's your words.
you made that up.
What do you know of the Silver Fang?
I know that it is powerful. It was once wielded by Tuck. In his fight against Varalmarak, it played an instrumental role in felling the great beast.
Have you ever heard of the phrase that history repeats itself?
But worse.
I was biting this.
I've lived long enough to have heard it, yes, once or twice.
Every time
Well?
somebody says that Tuck slayed that dragon, Oz's eye just twitches a little bit.
Well, there's another dragon. And we...
But like way worse.
Yeah, we think that the Silver Fang
Yep.
might be the only way to defeat it.
Ah. Make a persuasion check.
Everybody but me.
I stopped talking when he asked what
Yeah.
you're after, because Pirate Valoff is definitely after the
Yeah,
treasure.
You're like, yeah.
The treasure.
Yeah.
The minute he asked what we're
Yeah.
after, I was like, nope.
I love Drazad is proud of you.
You're doing so good, buddy.
That doesn't mean I'm not going to take it. He
I
says
know.
in your
Well,
mind.
that's
Yeah.
fine. So
Remember your 12 steps.
with your 17, he looks to you.
So you wish to use this power selflessly, then?
Oh, of course.
You see, I may have knowledge of Tuck's tomb, but I would do him a disservice if I were to dole out that information to just anyone.
People like this, and he kind of nods to the individuals unconscious on the ground.
Yeah, what's their deal?
They tend to seek treasure selflessly,
Yeah.
selfishly. And this is often the end result, albeit they don't usually make it back into town.
So did you guide or
Yeah.
get them?
Oh, no. Heavens, no.
Who did?
That remains to be found out.
Oh.
Perhaps we could do a bit of sleuthing ourselves. I would like to get to the bottom of where they may have gotten their faulty information.
We don't have to sleuth. We have pretty much all the kobolds right here.
We do, yes.
Except that Tuck declared.
You'll forgive me, but I'll try your suggestion right now. Are any of you responsible for dishing out fake information to these two that may have led them back here with malice in their eyes and hearts?
Did anybody hear him?
Yeah, the crowd. A few of them like kind of look over and like glance back down to what they were doing, eating meals.
Yeah. I'm gonna like I'm gonna use.
I mean, we could just wake them up and ask them. They're not dead.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not dead yet.
Yeah.
Our tribe of kobolds is no stranger to mischief, of course. this sort of mischief, I've seen a time or two in my life, and it is dangerous. Not only for us, but for the adventurers that try to clear Tuck's tomb, whether their intentions are true or not.
Apparently, they lost some friends because of it.
Well, perhaps I should put down the pen. Perhaps I should take up the sword. And perhaps we should clear Tuck's tomb and be done with it. Perhaps it has outserved its usefulness.
My man.
You're saying you're coming with us?
If you would have me, I would love to accompany such a fine troop of heroes.
We love a guide.
You guys being a little overzealous.
Yeah, I don't know, old man. You think you can hold yourself up in a fight?
While Flint does that
Yeah.
in our heads, Val's going to say, but he's going to stop us from taking the gold.
What? Yeah, I don't. I mean, we all know Drazad not very trustworthy to other people.
I don't.
He is being very forthcoming.
Yeah, I was about to
about-
say. I want to insight check this kobold, not for like if he's lying or anything, but like, is he have a ulterior
Is he
motive?
pushing too
I mean,
hard?
Is he
what
pushing too hard?
point specifically might have led Odd to think that?
That he is being very forthcoming and is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come with you. Is it the point that he can't clear the tomb himself, and now he is found the opportunity
Mm-hmm.
to tag along with a group?
Okay.
That's what I'm.
Or if he's
Gotcha.
planning to stab us in the back wall.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I know it doesn't have to be that specifically, but I'm
Yeah,
just
but
wondering what leads you down that path.
That's
of-
where I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Yeah. 14 plus
55? No.
no, 18 total.
Roll again.
Oh no!
Your insight.
Oh no!
Ooh, spooky.
That's a 16.
Okay. He seems genuinely interested in clearing the tomb, but what strikes you as a little bit off-putting is the fact that he has had this knowledge for years. He has
Right.
written these books. He has remained cryptic about it, but only now he's looking to press further into the tomb. There's definitely something else going on here, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Again, and that's because you guys tied on your roll and then you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's in it for you? Besides your people not being in danger anymore?
Well, at this stage, that would be about it. I am quite old, and I'm sure I'll live for a while longer, but I thirst not for clink of coin, the taste of drink. I want only to write my books in peace.
And you're fine with us taking the sword and anything else that might help us slay the dragon once we're there?
Tuck constructed his tomb so that only worthy adventurers would reach his most valuable treasures. So if you clear the tomb, with my help or not, then it has done its job. I would have nothing to say.
Okay. How many kobolds have tried to clear the tomb?
How much gold is down there?
Quite a few.
It's like a.
Unfortunately, especially in the early years, we learned pretty quickly that we're not built for such things. At least not without help.
I would relay my suspicions.
Think for yourself, old man.
Flint, you asked for our help.
What? You know, I was gonna do it. I was gonna do it myself anyway.
Fair enough.
I would relay my suspicions to the rest of the groups. In our minds.
No, Drazad is just as suspicious. It is strange.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought he was a nice guy.
Too nice.
Oh, all of you are kind of
Now I'm suspicious of
communicating.
Ford.
There's that lull in the conversation, and it allows you to focus on another sound. The sound of armored footsteps approaching as several individuals, one of which you recognize, now enter the scene.
Big gut man?
Big gut man, Bjorn himself.
Yeah.
You did tell me that you weren't gonna cause trouble here in town.
Yeah, we
Yeah, we solved this trouble.
we helped all the kobolds get out and stopped these two who set the fires.
You hear
Yeah.
Here we go again.
Yeah, you guys are unconscious, right?
They are currently.
Yeah.
You can tell like they're still breathing and like their eyes occasionally flit open for a moment before closing back shut.
They're drunk and badly beaten.
Yes.
I'm gonna heal one of them. I'm gonna heal the Dragonborn.
Okay. With what? Healing word? or-
Healing word, just yeah.
What is the word you use?
I was like, you stupid mother. You know, like, and then I whispered in his ear.
His eyes shoot open,
Yeah.
and now that you can see a bit more of his face close up, you do notice that one of his eyes is scarred over. He wears an eye patch to cover it most of the time, but it is flipped up as his both eyes shoot open. He
That's-
sits up. Ugh!
As soon as he's like that, no, we definitely disarmed him.
Yeah.
yeah. And as soon as he pops up, I'm gonna be right in his face. And I'll be like, "Did that work out for you? Did that go the way you think it was gonna go?"
I did what any sensible man would do.
Oh, I beg to
So
differ.
How close is everybody? Like the four of us, the people,
Everyone's pretty much grouped up around these two individuals, but the rest of the kobolds have given you quite a bit of space, especially now that one of them has woken up.
Drazad will kind of everybody. If you could give me just a moment, but if we could all, as the great Pyraxis would command it, speak the truth, and your voice will timber for a second, and I'll cast Zone of Truth
What kind of save do we have to make?
on a charisma save.
This is not charmed.
Blue is for the guards that have now approached. They fail.
I don't understand why vibrates.
What is the save?
did I
That is
intentionally
for
fail?
Flint.
17.
I fail.
I'm gonna force myself to save with the portent.
I'm gonna save and I'm gonna wink at you like,
And you get to
"Oh
see.
no, I have
who
to tell the
succeeds, right?
He does know who
I'm
succeeds.
aware. Yeah.
yeah, you're aware."
The only one who succeeded was Soot. Soot did succeed.
Okay, that is.
I don't have another portent, otherwise
I won't.
Before you told me,
I won't like say anything or acknowledge any of that. And okay, continue.
Who gave you bad information?
There's a couple of kobolds that wandered into the crooked board.
somewhere here in town.
It's a popular stay for those who are going to be making the trek to Duck's Tomb.
And would you give
Local
them
favorite.
would you give them in exchange?
A healthy sum of gold is what I gave them.
Mm-hmm.
How many of you went into the tomb?
4 of us. 2 of us made it out.
You see those kobolds out here?
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I know, right?
Pretty similar.
Yeah,
Well, no, you see, that one's
He
got a
actually
hint of
kind
bronze.
of starts
that
to
one's got a
laugh.
hint of red.
It's a Dragonborn.
Drazad just pops out. You're going to be honest, really?
Yeah.
I have never not been honest with any of you.
Yeah, us either.
I don't know.
Can you say
You know-
that?
Yeah.
It's in the zone of truth.
Look, I don't
didn't
know
lie
if you
to us.
remember.
Oh.
Like
Drunk.
right before you got knocked out, like I was trying to give you an opportunity not to
Continue mass murder.
not to get killed. Yeah.
I recall.
Yeah.
I do not regret what I did.
Oh.
Okay, cool.
Good people are dead because of the lies we were sold.
You hear that, gods? They did it. Just a confession.
Lock him up.
I heard it.
Yeah. We're almost done with it.
What else do you want to know?
What kind of information did they give you about the tomb?
Mainly, they told us the first room would be a cakewalk,
There was cakes involved.
a stroll through a lofty corridor.
Would you actually find?
Oh. Woe at the end. A trap set on the hinge of the door.
So
They told us
no-
simply that it was as easy as turning a latch on the door and being careful not to lose anyone. I look back now on those words and see that they were tongue-in-cheek.
So
No cake.
No
So
cake.
when you
Cake
turned
was
the
a lie.
latch, the trap sprung and killed your 2 allies?
Corridors lined by lofty pillars that stretch nearly endlessly to the vaulted ceiling. They appear sturdy, but when the door is opened, they collapse inward like dominoes, forcing you out from whence you came. Fortunately, some of us were not fast enough.
Was that trap reset?
Your guess is as good as mine.
You know, to stick around. It was.
So you left at that point. You did not press on beyond that.
We searched through the surface rubble for our companions, but after clearing very little in the hours that followed, we knew they were gone.
So you didn't make it into any room beyond the first one. Did they give you any information about the other rooms?
No, but we'd heard rumors from those at the Crooked Board. Some adventurers had made it back. They'd made it as far as, supposedly, the third main chamber. Details on those rooms are sparse. Sparse are still the ways to make it through them unscathed. But at this point, I would trust no rumor. I would trust no lie fed to us by these filthy creatures.
Well, okay, let's.
They are absolutely filthy. That is 100% the truth.
Well, a lot of that is the soot from the fires that they started.
Exactly. Yeah.
To be fair.
No. Yeah.
We only started some of the fires.
Yes, we understand that the traps did the rest. They were kobold
Foolish,
traps.
foolish creatures.
Oh, they had their own traps in there.
Yeah, don't you remember? A little bit of column A, a little bit of column
Yeah,
B.
yeah.
This
That's
is column B right there.
So the kobolds from this town, or who gave them the information, is that what he's saying?
Yeah.
He's saying there were a couple of
Kobolds
little
that
kobolds that he
probably
met at
looked
the
to make
Crooked
some
Board.
buck.
They never gave you a name of one of their names or anything. to
No.
that degree.
We're very secretive.
That seems like bad on you, right? Like,
Didn't strike you as odd?
When venturing into the dark, if someone were to hand you a lantern, do you ask them their name or do you take the lantern?
but it wasn't a lantern. It was like a.
If I am entering the dark alone and someone else suddenly appears with a lantern in hand, I am probably going to do both of those things.
Listen,
It was
you
a.
were careful.
It was a
can see it.
You
beehive.
searched out ahead of
It
time.
was a beehive in a lantern shape, is what you took, and then you paid the money for it.
Also, I could see
Except-
the
We're
dark,
doing our due
so
diligence.
I wouldn't take any lantern.
Yeah.
There's odd Ken now too, actually.
So then you walk into the dark blind.
No, I think you heard.
Oh,
misheard.
we can see.
We can see in the dark.
It's a figure of speech.
Oh,
poor
yeah.
one.
Gotcha.
Wait, you're a dragonborn. You do not even need the lantern.
No, I don't. I used to, before the rules changed.
I used to.
Before my eyes were opened.
There's I definitely felt that impact too. It was wild.
Yeah.
No.
Remember that day? Yeah.
Before the rules change.
They say that
Post-post.
comment only passes every 20 or so years.
Years, yeah.
10 years
Yeah.
between editions.
And they always take the best thing away from Druid.
Well-
One last question. Do you recognize this kobold? And I'm going to point to Soot.
Looks him over.
No. One of the oldest I've seen. Might as well put him out of his misery soon.
God damn. You.
No telling what lies
I
may
mean, you-
spew from a toothless mouth.
You don't have to talk. You can just keep that inside. The guards are here, and you're just saying that you're going to be a nuisance to their population.
Those are inside.
All the more reason to hold you hostage. Or
As I said, I regret nothing. Lock me in a cell. Do what you wish. I have done my penance.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Now you have another penance to do.
Yeah.
Such is the way of life.
It wasn't really a good penance, honestly, if we're talking about it. If you were trying
I
to kill all the
I
kobolds,
want to
you
get down
didn't
to
do a
this
great
guy's level
job.
really low, and I want to be like, "Does this always work for you? Like, has this served you your whole life?
Not usually. No.
Like, you know, don't you think it's time? Like, try something else? Like,
This was supposed to be the fresh start. Those riches were supposed to set me up to be the person I wanted to be.
who do you want to be?
Why do you need money to be the person you want to be?
I want to be
This is our conversation.
See
I
your
want to
way
be
out.
known.
Huh?
I want to be comfortable. I want to be known.
Those two things don't always go hand in hand, so I can
And
speak.
yet the ends would justify those means.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
I don't think you're a bad person.
Well, I do.
No, I really don't think he's a bad person. I think you've grown up like this, and this has served you your whole life, and you have to follow this way.
Perhaps.
Do you think you're a bad person? And remember,
Yeah, I know. That's why
Yeah.
he's thinking about it.
We're all bad people sometimes. Today, in the eyes of these little lizards,
true, perception's everything.
I was a bad person.
You were a bad.
Today, in the eyes of those I lost in that tomb because of these little lizards, I gave them vengeance. I was a good person.
That's scary.
You know, typically I find somebody as a good person who also seeks vengeance is not really necessarily a good person, typically. No offense.
None taken. I meant what I said.
I know.
Yeah, we know.
You have to mean what you say.
If you have to constantly remind yourself you're a good person, are you a good person?
Right. That is kind of, just following the same, you know.
I'm done with this.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
With-
I'm like
that
the
tracks, that
guards.
tracks.
I'm like, take this dude away.
Gorn kind of reaches in and grabs either side.
All right, come on, buddy. Let's get you to a cell.
And him and another younger guard who wears many of the same garb, but
Wait.
much better fitting.
Did the guards fail too?
Yes, they did.
I look at Indrazad's mind. I was like, them? Can they tell the truth?
The whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Those guys.
So help them God.
No, they,
Gods.
no, the
I'm
only.
like,
So help them.
I'll tell all of
what's
you
his
this.
name, Garin?
No,
Bjorn.
Bjorn?
Yeah.
I'm like, Bjorn, what's your favorite color?
It's blue.
I knew it.
Hey Bjorn, have you ever committed a crime, murder, or felony?
In my younger years, but I've answered for those crimes.
Okay.
I serve Cauldric now,
Oh, that's great.
honorably.
As you should.
My clothes might not fit quite as
they
well as
gotta
they
tell
used
the
to,
truth.
but I wear the garb all the same.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No one's.
He says that, and you see Drasad go, all right. And
No,
just-
no, no.
Oh, I'm I'm so sorry. What were you gonna ask him?
It doesn't matter anymore.
I guess we'll never
No, you
know.
could still ask him, fella.
I promise I'll answer truthfully.
No. I was gonna see if the town had any part in the conspiracy of like stopping adventurers from getting through because it helps with tourism. I was gonna see if he knew.
Oh.
And you
I
just-
didn't even,
Oh
oh
my
my god.
Capitalism was the BBG.
Friend
The
we made
whole,
along the way, right?
whole
No, that's not how that works.
I didn't even think about that. Drasad, do you want me to
it's
recast
too
it?
close to home. That's literally like,
As all of you continue your conversation in your heads, the 4 guardsmen that showed up now drag off the Dragonborn and the Elven mage that you felled as
Bjorn
they
takes the Dragonborn.
Yes. They walk through the snowy streets of Cauldric away from you. Soot stands just at your fore, watching them go as he turns to you.
A tragedy all the same. For our people, for those people, for their friends. I wish to be done with this.
Yeah, we got a room we paid for that we kind of need to sleep in.
Well, lead the way.
I turn and I look, and I don't know where we came from, so like, I look at him, I'm like,
Yeah, I got it, old man. These guys are stupid or something.
oh,
I have a map, thank you.
I wanna trip him,
Oh!
like with a mage hand, like
Make a sleight of hand check with advantage.
Yeah.
'Cause I imagine you can hide the mage hand under the snow.
sleight of hand.
Yeah.
18.
Tuck is not only exhausted, but he's wearing this very heavy armor, which is a lot, even for a kobold of his
yeah.
stature. Sorry, Flint. And as you position the mage hand
Tuck.
underneath, it doesn't take very much. he stiff as a board, basically stops at his feet and just pop.
I'm like, oh, now who's stupid?
Well, just, I'm tired. I was supposed to go to sleep like 2 hours ago.
Okay,
And
stupid.
it's new armor. You know.
Yeah, it's new armor. I'm not used to it. It's
Can he get up on his own volition, or is he turtled?
Right.
he's like kind of clambering up. Let's see if he can get up himself. Nope, he's struggling.
I'll walk over and help him. I'll help him up.
Oh, thanks. You're a lot more useful than your friends.
Call me useful one more time, as if I'm one of your playthings, and I'll push you down.
You're a lot more helpful
Thank you.
than your friends.
That's it.
Now, I'm going to lead us the way, and we're just going to have to hope that we don't have any more misadventures before we get to have some shut-eye and clear this damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Tuck begins to lead you back through the streets of Caldric from whence you came. In no time at all, you arrive back at the Eternal Flame, the opulent hotel that rests at one of the higher perches within the town, overlooking Dolakar Hind and the Sable Fuel beyond. As you re-enter the establishment, the kobold that rushed in has now been fixed up and has been given food and drink. As they sit at a corner table, they eye all of you and rush over. Oh, you're all back. Everything okay? Did you make it? Did everyone make it out?
Yeah, everything's okay for the most part. The weird question, I see you're all fixed up. Did that man charge you for anything?
No. He kind of looks at him and Callister. It was a special circumstance. Don't worry. We'll foot the bill for this one.
Yeah, thank you.
Who is that?
That's the
In the deeper.
that's the
I remember.
So, is everything safe to go back now?
I think all the fires are out.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for your help.
Oh, hey, Drazad actually has a weird question, okay? Did you or any of your friends or friends, because of how the kobolds work, do you know any information about maybe so the people that caught everything on fire, they were given bad information by some kobolds and they gave them money in exchange. Have you heard about any kobolds getting any like crazy money out of nowhere, or B, do you know of them giving information to these people?
I mean,
They were pissed.
there's a lot of times that kobolds come home with money that they're not supposed to have.
No, but I'm not talking like 5 or
They
10.
didn't
Large.
steal their money.
large.
They gave them information that killed some of their friends.
Right.
And
were-
took money from them.
There were 4 adventurers specifically, a Dragonborn being probably the most noticeable. And then only the Dragonborn and one other came out. And Drazad is not trying to hold anybody accountable or anything. We just want to know so we can better prepare ourselves for the
and to
future.
tell those people who did it that they're putting their entire people at danger with these pranks. Or
Yeah. Any kobolds just died in the mine. And probably all of them would have died.
You hear
Oh
in your
no!
head, Drazad. Drazad was going to wait until a little bit later to say that.
Oh.
I need to go check on my family.
What about
I grab him. I'm like, this wasn't you, was it?
No. Hearth would never do that.
Inside check? $11.
Hearth seems like a stand-up citizen. Probably never even pickpockets.
Probably never even pickpocket. Probably.
I
You know,
check
he
my
might
pockets.
be a nice guy.
I'm gonna put my hands in my pockets, so they're like, he can't
He
pickpocket.
can't get you.
You see him.
Warded.
I really gotta go. I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah. Go then.
All right. He rushes past all of you as he makes his way back down to the kobold burrows. Soot watches him go.
I remember that young boy. He's a good one. I don't think he's responsible for this.
Well, if anything, he'll spread the word that
Yeah.
whoever is should stop.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
I think we just, planted the seed.
Put the fear of the undead multiversal dragon in his eyes.
Oh, we haven't told Soot about that dragon
Oh,
yet.
yes, that's why we need the sword.
Well, you told me there was a dragon.
We didn't say
Of the undead
like-
multiversal variety.
Yeah.
All right, then.
And you could splash in the verb obsidian somewhere in there as well.
Oh, yeah. Yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
I will prestidigitate what it looks like. Make
Well,
it a
you know what,
5-foot cube.
The obsidian weapon breathing undead multiversal dragon.
Obsidian weapon breathing undead multiversal dragon. No, that's good. That's
Soot is really tired of living through once-in-a-lifetime catastrophic events.
right.
Also, once again, every time I do this, Odd is standing perfectly next to the dragon, unaffected. Everybody else is getting waxed by the.
You look like you might be on a team with that thing.
No. Like
Have a traitor in your midst.
No, I
No, that's not
survived.
how that went
Yeah.
down at all. is really the dragon looks like that.
Yeah.
That is not how that event
We're convinced
played out, though.
that he just uses himself for the size comparison. more than anything,
Yeah.
To be honest.
It's an ego boost. We let him have it.
I've seen that a time or two.
That's exactly how I remember this happening.
Well, then.
He also drives a wagon with a really big lift that whenever he's not here.
Yeah. And I got wagon nuts.
Anybody.
Is there room in your room, perhaps?
Oh, I'm staying with him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is there room in your room, perhaps?
No, I'm sorry. Therzad picks up the whole bed.
The whole bed.
And Flora she just meditates.
There he is. Tuck's gonna be with us, so there's room in their room.
No, there's not. Why you should probably stay with Tuck to make sure he.
I'm only saying that because if Flora were here, she would totally be fine with letting him
Yeah.
stay in your room.
Right. Exactly. Therzad takes advantage of the situation.
I think it might actually be best for a kobold in each room.
Yeah, I agree.
We know our way around this town. Apparently, you don't.
And we know the way around this room.
You hear in your head, "Be cool, Drazad."
Okay, Therzad. Yeah, you could stay in our room. That is fine.
It's like we need to keep an eye on this guy. We don't want him like going around. He's willingly letting us do that.
Well, is there anything else the rest of you would like to do?
Go eep.
Okay. The 6 of you find your rooms. They're quite pleasant, very lavishly decorated, and as promised, each of them comes complete with a balcony view outside. Even as late as it is, you can see the night sky illuminated behind the pitch black, jagged teeth that make up the sable fuel. And this, by itself, is beautiful. Each of you maybe take a moment to marvel at the expanse before allowing your dreams to drift.
I would like to send in Gribzik before we go to sleep and just let him know we're coming back to the ship in the morning with some friends to take the ship to the mountain.
All right. I'm still standing watch.
Oh no! Grizzly,
I would
go
sending
inside.
him again and be
Yeah.
like, get warm inside. You do not need to stay and watch. You've scrambled accurately.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thanks.
Drazad's trying to sitting at the same time and just keeps getting a busy. Who's trying to contact us?
The person you are trying to contact does not have a phone number.
You end up with a
or
voicemail
inbox
that is
set up
him
yet.
kind of grumbling as he goes downstairs. He's like,
The caves were never this cold.
Poor thing.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take your sending from to your bestie of the
No,
rest.
no, no,
I
no,
just with
absolutely
all your
fine.
healing you did, I didn't know if you had any spell slots left.
Actually, yeah. So I want to legend lore before I go to sleep, but I don't know if I should legend lore like Tuck's tomb, Tuck himself,
We never did the Ice Fang.
the
right?
Ice Fang. I don't think so.
I want to. While he's thinking about the legend lore, I want to set up a. I have a bottle of perfume from my original
Kit?
kids.
Yeah.
I want to take the top off of it, tie a string to the bottle, and then tie the string to the lid of all our a backpack that is in front of all of our stuff. So if one of the kobolds tries to go through our shit,
Oh, it's like a silent alarm
he's gonna
almost.
spill the perfume.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then we'll be able to know who it was based on which one stinks.
Yeah.
Make a survival check.
That's smart.
That is very smart. I approve.
I'm gonna take a chat roll.
The dice do not think it was very smart.
All of your stuff now
Love.
smells like old lady.
Yes, yeah, Blade Roller. This is a stream of bald bearded men basically playing D&D.
And Brett.
And Brett.
And me.
And also Morgan.
And Morgan,
Yeah.
but
The inverse. I have little
cast
beard.
invisibility.
That's a 19.
Okay.
Buzz cut him one day.
With your 19, you're able to set the trap not only well enough that you think it might trigger whenever someone is investigating your bag or rummaging through, but well enough that you think even kobold eyes might not be be deceived by its clever disguise.
Okay.
All right. With all that, I will say that everyone can hit the long rest button. We'll remind Morgan when she gets back from whatever she's doing. You all drift asleep. Caleb, you said you were going to do legend lore, right?
Yeah, I would legend lore. Oh, no, I have spells to prep. Jeez. I would like to legend lore. I guess the Ice Fang.
Okay.
Drazad think that would be famous enough to be able to legend lore.
Oh, sure. I mean, it's in a few different books.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
We will still, even though we sleep for 8 hours,
Mhm.
still gonna have Heroes Feast for another 16.
Yeah, because it's 24.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
So, Drazad, as everyone else gets ready for bed, ready for Betty, as we say to the weens,
Betty bed.
you focus your mind and channel the energy of Pyraxis to track down his once fabled masterpiece. Your legend lore spell starts as a scent in the air, the tinge of metal intermixed with smoke and ash. But every once in a while, a cold wind blows, clearing the scent and allowing you to focus on the pure essence of the Silver Fang. That's when the vision comes into view. You can see a giant hunched over his anvil, sweating onto the ground in the heat of his forge. As he hammers against a massive blade, he holds it in his grasp and inspects it before casting it aside. It clangs unceremoniously across the floor before he steps outside of this intensely hot forge. Into the snow he trudges, scouring underneath until he finds a vein of pure mithril. He begins to pull the metal up from the earth, sculpting it with his hands at first, flattening it out into a pure white blank, and then hammering it in the snow against the ground of Solim itself. Once again, he inspects its quality. places it down once more. Your vision contorts and twists in a flash of scenes. Each intense moment brings with it an energy that makes your heart begin to race. Each flash depicts a terrible battle against a vile foe for Ralmarak. At the end of these flashes, you see that he is felled by a group of 6 adventurers, 1 kobold, the sword eventually falls to the hands of a woman. An Asimar wields it aloft. And as she walks out of the town of Cauldric, a town that you recognize, your vision begins to grow hazy. A mist seeps in. And as you try to focus your eyes beyond, it is not darkness that blocks your view, but almost a static. It feels like there is more here, but something is blocking your legend lore from going further. And so you open your eyes as the static begins to rescind to your periphery. You blink a few times to make sure that your eyes are working correctly, and indeed they are. You look across the dark room and see some of your companions sleeping soundly. Wonder if maybe you're just tired.
Is Soot sleeping?
Soot appears to be sleeping. Sorry, almost called him Slut.
No, you.
Slut?
Wow, you little slut. Okay. I think at that point, I would probably go to sleep.
Okay. And as all of you find rest, we are going to take a quick break and be back in about 30 minutes so that all of our adventurers can hit the long rest button
30
and be...
minutes?
Nice.
Sorry, 10 minutes. Did I say
Oh,
30?
You said
Yeah.
30.
Whoops.
I was like,
Oh, don't
Yeah.
be going that long.
Yeah, we're not going to be going that long. Just 10 minutes, guys. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. Bye!
bye. I was like, Jesus, what have we got
I'm gonna
going on?
begin working on a
Oh, terribly sorry. I didn't know anyone would be here while the stream was running. Give me a moment to tidy up. It's much better. Well, while you're here, we might as well take a moment to thank all of our members for supporting the channel and bringing this stream to life. A huge thanks to Tides of Mo, Brett Venable, Tabletop Beard, Grim Reaper, Atmos Seeker, Justinian of Darkport, Angel Jobert, XIVM, Corey of Darkport, Angel of Darkport, Drazadi, Anthony Pace, Memebot 69000, Dutin 103, Devin Beard, Zevak Longfang, Lil Tired, Jason Miller, Defiant Chaos, Wilfreda Figueroa, Ruby Rod, Fated Caliber, Chuck, Tanner LeFalette, Ekarth, Sam Huffpower, Captain Brownbeard, Daniel Struve, Agile Monk, Mehmet Bullet, Fire Agicon, Journologist, Matt Faulkner, Wayne Webster, Arturius Maxwell, Anne Reese, Megan, John Shearer, Jot M, Maze, Dirtinus, Craig H, Angry Viking, Alexa Marcial, Michael Slater, Kirk S, Hotwater Healing, Dravian, Dane Emerson, That's TJ, Doc Sunshine, Kyrie Williams, John Smith, A Joyous Goose, Aaron Harris, David Thomas, L. McKenzie, Makyrus, Dead Reckoner, Nathan Furman, Holyfuss, Moogie Larat, Individualism Incarnate, Nicole F., Old Grey Man, David Shaw, Christian Burgess, Cognoscente, Ryan Stover, Raider Black, Jelly Buns, Almighty Zeus, David Bennett, Andrew Matthias, Matthew Korn, Jen Gibbs, Sarah Whitaker, Samurai Knight, Charlie Gardner, Justin Channels, Bob Zippity, Jerry Williamson, Gustavo Bolivar, Ashes, the Rowan Portal, Wabusika, Stevie G, Mr. Owlgame, Bakurai Kizu, Justice Keats Fitzgerald, JJ the Phoenix, Matthew Shigio, Evelitz, Todd Twilly, Everett McMahon, Ironbeard DM, Moon Goose McQueen, Alton 005, Kendrick Valentine, Teoman Kinscanel, T.I. Block, Ace Sight, Henry Akanosho, Lufail, Wild Song, Urban Commando, Evan Aristogabe, Cabbage Cat, Jinjan, Colt Nomad, Werbear, Jace, Elendor, Kurt Day, Jude Eshett, and Nick Dyson.
You know, members get tons of unique benefits as well, like these weekly shoutouts and emojis that they can use in the stream chat, and a heaping helping of chaos points that can be used to, well, perhaps it's better to show you.
The most exciting feature for our live streams has come to YouTube. You can now roll dice live to help us in our adventures by using chaos that's built up by watching and interacting with the stream. All you need to do is keep an eye out for earning instructions that appear on our stream, and then spend those points by typing in the commands that correspond to the dice you'd like to roll. This feature is always available, no matter what campaign we're playing in, so be sure to hop in and help out our players because, well, they're gonna need it.
Greetings, viewers. Bramble Backfoot hopping by to let you know about our monthly homebrew packets issued to all those brave enough to join the ranks of our prestigious order. With a plethora of items, monsters, mechanics, and more, it's easier than ever to bring chaos home to your table. So become a member and let's fight the forces of evil together.
Thank you, you're all too kind, and the drinks are on me tonight! Ha 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 ha! Oh, you must not have enabled gifted memberships! Let me show you how. Ha 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 ha! What you'll want to do is make your way over to our channel page and then add /allow_gifts. From there, you can turn on the toggle for free stuff and join in the chaos. Ha 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 ha! Now for my next tune, a little ditty about a dead necromancer named Pinky.
Hello, Drazad here. Oh my god, you have got to come check out all of our wares. We have so many different things. Help support the stream and get yourself some new magic items as well over at the Constructed Chaos store.
Greetings to all my bearded brothers out there. I'm Alex, also known as Constructed Chaos on YouTube, and I'm here today to tell you a little bit about my friends over at Tabletop Beard. This family-owned beard oil company is run by three brothers that have combined two great loves of mine: tabletop RPGs and beard care. And it makes a lot of sense because, as I'm sure many of you know, growing and maintaining a healthy beard can be an adventure all its own. I started my quest back before I was even on YouTube, and I guess you could say I was stuck at level 1 for a while, constantly itching my way through life with a wild and unkempt beard and just trusting hairspray and regular shampoo to get the job done. Believe me, I was rolling nat 1s on just about every charisma check I made at that point. But eventually I started trying various beard care products like oils, butters, and balms, and I found some that worked well enough, but none of them really tied into my backstory. Not to mention my wife was constantly complaining about the smell. Then I was put on to the products from Tabletop Beard, and let me tell you, it was a match made in heaven. Or hell, depending on what kind of flavor you prefer. These guys use a premium oil blend of meadow foam seed, rosehip, golden jojoba, argan, avocado, and sunflower oils to create the most high-quality product that contains no cheap filler or artificial oils that you typically want to steer clear of. And each scent has been expertly crafted and matched to a familiar TTRPG style, so you know exactly the kinds of vibes you're putting out without the scents being too mundane or too overpowering. To top it off, all their products, oils, butters, and balms are made in small batches, so the quality control is top-notch, and so is the customer service. They're always looking for new ways to meet and exceed customer needs, and I've even heard that they have some new ideas cooking up behind the scenes. So consider this your session 0 and take some time to check out Tabletop Beard today. Truly, they're the only starting equipment that you need for your own successful beard care journey. Bear Dritz here, letting you in on a little-known ranger secret that'll keep you satiated in the wild, even when you have no rations left. Ew, not that. I'm talking about subscribing to the channel and hitting that bell icon. It's easy to miss the signs of a stream going live if you're not prepared. So make sure to do that and... What was that?
Hold it right there, adventurer. We're looking for some deviants that refuse to like this video while they're still watching. You wouldn't happen to know anything about this heinous crime, would you? Well then, as you were, but stay out of trouble.
In a world of darkness exists Geramentum, a beacon of hope in the realm of Terra. Our heroes, all with unique pasts, live here and are connected by a common destiny to protect the dream. Welcome to Darkeport, an actual play production company. Our inaugural dark fantasy D&D campaign, Gold, Green, and Red, is inspired by the lived experience of War Medic and GM Angel Gamble. Subscribe to us now on YouTube. Live episodes stream every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
It appeared out of thin air when they found it, as if by the will of the plains themselves. A curious and mysterious bauble that has turned up time and time again throughout the ages. Some have studied it all their lives, hoping to unravel its uniquely fascinating magical properties. Many more have used its power for their own, though all falling victim to fate in the end. Now, it calls to you. By chance, by destiny, by desire, it matters not. It calls to you, and it calls to be cast from your palm, so that it might deliver unto you the unknown wonders held within.
How much longer are they going to... Oh! Excuse me. Are they still not back? Wait there just a moment. I'll fetch them for you. The little chaos gremlins. You have people waiting, you know!
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a very nice rested break. We might have a guest arriving at the house shortly, so the dogs might go crazy in just a moment. But for now, it is nice and quiet. So there it is. There it is. I queued it up. I had a feeling. Thank you guys for sticking with us through the break. I hope you guys are having a great time and enjoying the stream. If you haven't already, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our future streams. But with all of that housekeeping out of the way, it's time to rejoin our adventurers as they wake in the morning of their next adventure. Flint is in your room, yes?
Absolutely.
And I was up 4 hours ago working on something.
Well, then, Valoth, you would witness this as Flint climbs atop Odd and begins jumping up and down. It's time to wake up! It's time to wake up! We're going on an adventure! Let's go! Let's go!
Yeah, I did not move to stop him whatsoever.
Oh, he didn't sleep in our room?
Absolutely.
No. Soot slept in y'all room.
Yeah.
I heard one of you say if Flora were here, she'd be okay with that. I didn't know what you
Yeah, it was Soot was looking to bunk with someone, and I was like,
They have room. And I was like, no.
when I'm awakened like that, I'm going to just swat him off the bed as he's on his up jump. I just want to swat him off the bed.
Oh! Well, get out of bed. We're going to be late. It's going to take a whole day to get there. We want to travel during the day, not at night. It gets really cold.
Oh.
Right, then we know you don't like the cold.
No, I hate it.
I turn over and I check my little trap. Is it still in? Okay, still good.
Yeah, it's still good.
I'll take some of the perfume and be like, in the cabinet.
What does your perfume smell like that you've been carrying since the beginning of the campaign?
It smells like a bowl of oats with some.
Ooh! Shout out Tabletop Beard.
Exactly. It smells like a bowl of oats with a little bit of brown sugar in it. But then you opened up a can of whoop ass and put that inside.
Yeah. Like maybe
Brown
a can
sugar
of
and whoop
stout.
ass.
That's
My
exactly what it
favorite. My
smells
favorite
like.
scent.
Yeah.
Oatmeal stout.
Feel free to use that. It's tabletop beer.
Should have you on the next commercial.
So as you all begin to gather your belongings and make your way down into the lavish lobby of the Eternal Flame, the Everlasting Flame, rather, is there anything you guys would like to do before heading back to the ship?
I don't think so. Did your books disappear?
I think it was 24 hours, so I guess they wouldn't disappear yet.
Okay.
Right?
Books are still there.
Yeah. But they will soon. Unless we cast Dispel Magic on them. How much? Random question. How much money do we have?
Yeah, how much money do we have?
You haven't cast it yet.
First thing I do when I wouldn't say that out loud. I would think it and then be like, okay, crack the egg,
It is
put it on everyone's neck.
Oh, breakfast!
I'll give him the insides of the egg. Yeah.
He doesn't even. It's like I imagine just on a desk. He like slams his face down unceremoniously and.
Nom, 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 nom.
Oh, delicious!
Yes, get that protein. Yeah, how much gold do we have?
That is.
It
Wow.
is, though, 'cause
Wow.
I have a potential need for some, but
Drazad can loan you some. How much would you like?
it's tricky. I need
Drazad
something.
the loan
I need
shark.
okay.
I need to know exactly how much.
4,097.
Okay, to cast contingency, I need a statuette of myself. So I'm gonna need you to make something that is worth 1,500 gold.
Cool.
But it does not consume it. It is then just used for the spell.
How much approximately is the ingots of
Mithril or Sunsteel.
mithril or sunsteel worth?
I'd imagine that 2 ingots of mithril would be worth about that.
You could take those and just make it into a statue. Does it consume it?
Oh,
No, not for the spell.
I have 13 ingots. That's fine.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, you guys are doing well.
Sweet.
I forgot. Anytime I come across Mithril, I'm like, I'll pick some pieces of it. Thank you.
It doesn't consume.
What
You're
pose is Valot's statuette?
Um,
You get total artistic freedom with this. So
Drazad imagines he's standing kind of similar to his pose. He's like holding a book, Statue of Liberty style. He's holding a book in this
Bag of
hand,
gold
reading
in
it,
the other hand.
and then he's like, "Oh, that's a good one."
like this.
Yeah, like that.
He's holding a skull in the other hand that says Drazad's to-do list. And
Yes, book in one hand, scroll with a to-do list in this one.
That's funny.
you make it and give it to it, and Valeth goes, "Oh, I'm
You,
left-handed."
Oh,
And he puts it in.
It is beautiful anyway.
Yeah.
Do you give him like a pronounced like some pronounced like backside or something like? Yeah.
Big old booty.
Yeah.
Yes, you have booty shorts on.
Ooh,
that
while
say,
you're making this,
Drazadi on the back of them.
while you're
Wait,
making
too
this, I'm like, yeah, do this now.
I'm wearing booty shorts.
No, that is a good.
My hair is long.
Put his hair in a mohawk.
And I private channel you in our minds. I said, I told you I was going to get you back one day.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I did.
Drazad doesn't remember it either, to be honest, right now. But I remember telling you I was
He
getting
just
you back.
remembers that he was holding a
eating
grudge.
that for
Eating-
eating that lady's food.
Oh yeah. Well, it's just unfortunate that she thought that I was you. So
Burn. Got him.
So, statuette now in hand. You get your casting out of the way, and you're
I'm not casting it yet, but I have it to cast it at the end of the
you're
day.
ready to start the day.
Where are you going?
Because I don't want to cast it and then us get into combat and it go off and be like, ah, shit.
Damn
So I'm going to do it at the end of the day.
So, as you all exit the hotel and begin making your way back to the edge of the city, you feel a stillness about the town that you didn't before. It's calming, but after the fright of the night in the Kobold Den, it feels uneasy.
Mm.
Something might be out of place. Your breath mists in the cold when you exit the town, and your airship finally comes into view. Exactly as you left it. No scorch marks, no broken rigging, no sign of struggle. Yet, that feeling persists. Something is wrong.
Is our little guy on the ship?
We told him to go in underneath
life
and
insurance
stay
on him?
warm.
Make a perception check as you do get that weird feeling, and you begin to look.
Is his name Grizzly?
Gribzik.
Gribzik.
I'm gonna say Grizzly, we're home.
Yeah, Drazad would walk up to the ship being like, Gribzik!
How long does Glyph of Warding last? Does your Zone of Truth go off? As we get onto the ship?
Oh, yeah. How long does Glyph of Warding last?
Something bad definitely could have happened to you.
Caleb says, kill him.
I'll kill him.
As you look out across the expanse, you don't see him at first, but then, just beneath the gangplank, you see Gribzik hunched in the snow, arms wrapped around his knees, his small frame trembling violently. His wide yellow eyes flick up at your approach, filled with something raw. Fear, confusion, maybe a little bit of guilt. He doesn't speak at first, just shudders, his breath shallow and uneven.
Gribzik, why are you not inside being warm?
Yeah, I'll rush over, immediately start healing him as much as I can, and I'll cast Heat Metal on my mithril armor while I'm, like, hugging him.
Well, thanks. Sorry, I didn't do a really good job protecting. I was looking. No one approached the ship, but maybe they slipped past me. I heard a commotion, and I went downstairs. Tried to be brave. There was a really dangerous looking beast. I threw the boomerang and just ran. Thought it was gonna get me.
What did the beast look like?
Almost as big as me. Wings. It had wings. A long tail. And it screeched like this.
Is it still,
We kept that egg. The egg of the wyvern. Remember we ate those eggs? Did we keep one of them?
Oh,
Did have one.
yeah.
Son of a turd.
Give me that look.
Is it still up there?
Yeah,
How do you remember this shit?
I keep track of your inventory better than you do.
I don't. Yeah, I don't even.
I knew we
remember
ate
that.
some of the eggs. I didn't know if we kept any
Who
of
the
them.
fuck is even holding on to that?
How did
Laura
it
probably.
incubate?
Yeah.
Laura probably. Why gotta be me?
You were the one who wanted to have one as a pet.
When we got back to the ship,
You heard him blame
No, we never had the
Oh,
ship.
we never
that
had
was
the ship.
after the ship got blowed up and we had to walk through the.
You heard him
I
blame
thought
Yeah,
you
I
made
don't.
a-
I actually
thought
don't
you
think
made
we
a
put.
nest for her or something.
Wait, so you know what that thing is?
This is for his pet.
Yeah.
Well, it looked really mean.
I'll go handle it.
Okay. I'll be right behind you.
Did you hit it?
Maybe once we train it.
Did you hit it?
Would you like to ride it?
Uh,
You can say no. I just want to throw that
That
out
would
there.
be pretty cool, though.
the ship doesn't try to bite me.
That's fair.
It,
That's totally fair.
I'm very interested. Did you hit it with the boomerang?
I threw it. I didn't stick around to see.
Did you press the button? Did it light up?
Yeah, it lit up.
And then you threw it?
I heard a commotion after, but I don't
this baby
know.
baby wyvern?
I don't know. I don't know if it does enough damage, but
Well,
I'm very proud of you, Chris. That is,
no,
that was super brave.
You see his sort of guarded guilt begin to fade away, replaced by a bit of pride, and he's
Thanks. Thank you.
And I tell you what, since you were so brave, every chance we get, I'm going to teach you how to do stuff a little better.
Okay.
And I want to like continuously train with him.
All right. By the end of this, I'll be able to do everything you guys can do.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe.
I'm with all sincereness. Yes, you will.
This is when the zone of truth activates.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah, the glyph of warding stays there until dispelled or triggered.
So us getting on the ship would trigger it, I assume, right? Because you had it set up to when somebody reaches it.
I mean, I would, if we were going to trigger it, I would have dispelled it before. Yeah.
So, who's inspecting below deck?
I was gonna go try to see if I could tame this
What do
wyvern
we
that I
hear
apparently
when
kept.
we get to like the stairs that
Yeah,
go
I'm
to
gonna
below deck?
Come as well, because I'm worried about
Yeah,
the
and was it a wyvern? Was it a weir?
It was a wyvern.
Wyvern.
Okay. Worm.
Wyvern?
What's the worm one? But it's not a worm.
WYRM. That's a dragon. It's just
Yeah, but it's still you still say worm, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do we hear?
It's not a
when
wyvern.
we get to the door.
Worm.
When we get to the door to the hall, what do
Sound
we
like
hear?
Shy Guy.
Worm.
Sorry,
Okay.
Brett.
Oh, it's fine.
What were you saying?
What do we hear? Like, is it quiet down there?
Make a perception check for me.
Worm. That's the noise it makes.
Not
now.
great.
I'm like, the engine doesn't
10.
sound too good.
We got a lot of 5s in there. Take a +5.
Okay, 15.
There's so many 5s.
Gotcha.
You and Flora cautiously step below deck. You right behind her, and at first,
Go get him, Flora.
you're expecting to hear that screech that Gribzik was describing. But instead, all you hear is the wet, rhythmic sound of something tearing, something being devoured.
Oh no.
Okay.
Eating something.
Turtles.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, I'm like the turts, and I'm like, get
Either
down
the
there.
turtle is eating it because Gribzik killed it,
Yeah.
or it's
I'm gonna
eating the
look at
turtle.
Odd and just scream, "Where are the turtles?"
I imagine
We
you rush
run,
out
yeah,
around
we
the
run
I'm
down
going
there,
in.
Your eyes adjust, flicking to the far corner where the wooden frames, the wooden beams meet, and there it is, a wyvern hatchling. Its scaly wings tucked tight, its small clawed feet clinging effortlessly to the wall as it rips apart something with sharp, eager teeth. And then, from the far side of the room, a low, irritated grunt. Flora's turtle, ever patient, watches as the wyvern enthusiastically gnaws on the plump goodberry it apparently plucked from its shell. The hatchling chirps contently, licking its lips, utterly obvious to your moment of panic.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna cast. I got something that lets me speak with animals.
Is it an animal?
I don't think it's a spell, right? It's one of your traits. You said.
Yeah.
Who's a beast? Can I speak with a beast?
You can certainly try.
As it holds a blueberry to
The
its
wyvern a beast? Would I know this?
A wyvern
I think
is make a nature check.
I don't know what that is.
I do.
The nat 1 for 14.
Is that a D12?
Take a 5 for 19.
I mean, it's hard not to know that these are intrinsically draconic. They would be classified as like lesser dragons.
Okay.
You imagine that your speak with animals might be able to, get you a shared understanding, but it may not be able to communicate in words, especially with it being a hatchling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run past it, scoop up. What was this turtle's name?
Turt.
Or two.
Turt.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Electric Boogaloo.
Turt and Pert.
It was Pop and Turt, right? I think this
Yeah.
is Pop.
It's Pop.
Oh,
Because he makes
yes.
Pop Tarts. Yeah, that's
Yes.
right. Yeah. We'll run over there and be like, oh, Pop, good Pop. Way to go, Pop.
He just looks at you like with deadpan eyes. You imagine that he's maybe just frustrated that his Goodberry got stolen, but he just kind of looks at you.
he's just mad. He just finished making that.
Oh, buddy.
That's- I guess, in my rations, do I have anything like
He's gonna need
turtles
food.
eat?
I mean, you have rations that are they're mostly vegan.
Yeah. I'm gonna find him something and be like, hey, go, bud.
Okay.
Like-
You grind up a hard packed tart more or less, and you're able to basically feed it to him. Holding it out, he sort of reaches his neck out.
Is he hurt?
Make a medicine check to inspect the turtle as he munches.
Oh, finally, good
Nat
roll.
20.
No,
close.
close. As close as you can get.
23.
Yeah, the turtle seems to be fine. But
Wyvern hurt?
you can see that the shell on top where like the tree clings, there are some like there is a little bit of scarring on the tree from where the wyvern climbed onto it, but the turtle is fine.
Would mending work on that?
No, because it is, well,
Part of a creature?
yeah, I'm gonna say it's part of a creature.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be able to repair it. It doesn't look like it's going to cause any lasting damage, but you can definitely see some scuff marks there.
I'll take a I would take a piece of cloth and then I'll tell Pop, hey Pop, strongest trees mend themselves back together, and I'll tie like the two branches that maybe they were split back together like a little bonsai tree.
Nice. We'll say we'll use the same medicine check from earlier. As you rolled very well with it. As you bond the tree back together, you hear the turtle mutter, but for a moment it sounds
Very insightful.
Flora, what are you doing?
Did that thing just talk?
Pop's actually like 200 years old.
Yeah, exactly. He's a turtle.
Turtle.
He's a turtle.
I'm gonna keep like trying to use speak with animals to try to communicate and calm the wyvern down, and maybe try to like offer it rations or something.
First question: would you be willing to give me your best little wyvern screech?
No.
Okay. Second question: what do you say? What do you say to the wyvern to try and get it to calm down?
In wyvern speech.
In wyvern speech.
Yeah.
Oh, caw.
Yeah. No, I want to try to tell it like,
Caw.
hi, buddy. I know you just woke up. You probably weren't expected to be on a ship. Please.
Kind of grips the wall
please
behind
don't
it,
hurt
and
the
its
turtles.
long neck begins to sway.
We can be friends. Okay.
Okay, I would think it's at this point that maybe I kind of round the corner.
Mm-hmm.
You speak wyvern?
No, but you can.
Oh, polymorph.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna do that next.
Nice.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, you have it?
I took it.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, nice.
Because I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
It
yeah.
makes you a better beast than wild shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna polymorph into.
Adult wyvern.
Yeah, but not like
I mean,
too much older than him. I still didn't think I'm cool.
okay.
Be a cool mom.
Yeah.
We're
As
the same
you-
generation, we're millennials.
Your shape twists and contorts into a wyvern shape. I imagine you're a blue wyvern, so your coloring's a little different, but the creature certainly, its eyes go wide as it.
Now I can speak, right?
Wyverns don't have a language necessarily.
Like we can communicate.
You can communicate. I'll say roll an animal handling check with advantage.
Hey.
I almost had you roll it a second ago, but I'm glad we waited.
Sure,
Yeah.
it's not a nature check.
No, it's an animal handling check.
Be positive.
Hmm.
Come on, you should be good at that.
Not good enough, apparently.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
That's not bad.
With your
I wanted
dirty
a higher.
20, the wyvern sort of swoops down from its perch and lands right before you before clawing across the floor, albeit quite slowly, and sort of, you see its stinger that was out on its tail,
Mhm.
kind of tucked away. Don't say it.
I was thinking too.
Kind of tuck away as it assumes a less defensive posture,
Mm.
gets a bit closer to you. And so at this point, I will send you our custom stat block for a wyvern hatchling.
Boy.
You now have a wyvern hatchling,
Would
which
Sorry, continue.
no, it's okay. It gives you a few benefits. I mean, it's mostly like a CR0 creature, but it does have a stinger attack once per day that can deal out 1d4 poison damage plus 1 piercing damage, or A creature that the wyvern is friendly towards can extract a single dose of basic poison from the hatchling that can then be used to poison weapons and such.
Should I use him as a familiar now?
I mean, you can't summon him with the Find Familiar spell or anything,
Okay.
but I'm gonna say, you can instruct him to like go and scout. You can't see through his eyes or anything.
Okay.
It's gonna take some time for you to like fully win over this creature.
What you name?
Ooh, that was a big question.
There was something
Yeah.
else I was going to say to him. I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, I don't know if like he'd be able to like understand, but I want to try to explain to him that like I can change form. I know he just watched me do it, but like
Okay.
that like
When I go back, I'm still chill, yo.
yeah, basically.
I will say with your animal handling check, not only were you able to kind of, win over this creature somewhat, but there is like sort of a mutual understanding there. You're able to gather a bit of what they know. And even though you've spent time transforming in front of them and you're maybe transforming back now, you can see that they're still trepidatious when you're in that form.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not fully friendly with you, but they are able to, coexist with you.
Okay.
As long as they're fed.
And then I'm gonna before I transfer out, I'll ask him what he wants me to call him. Okay, Ronnie.
I was gonna say Screech it is.
Screech, yeah.
I was like Squeaks, Screech.
Screech works. We'll call him Screech.
All right.
I was gonna say Ronnie, but Screech works.
Ronnie.
Screech the wyvern hatchling. So the mystery of the deadly beast battled by Gribzik has been
Yeah.
revealed.
The boomerang.
The boomerang is on the floor.
Yeah.
There is a scorch mark on the wall
I
where it
wanna
hit.
like introduce.
I'm gonna scrub the scorch mark, and then I want to prestidigitate like a little scorch mark on the wyvern.
Oh, sorry, I hit you, buddy. He begins to reach his hand out, and the wyvern reels back as he.
He's a friend. He's a friend.
Not ready for that.
Yeah,
Not yet.
it's Screech.
Hi, Screech.
Like before Grizzly comes out, I want to do all that stuff. So he's,
Yeah.
yeah. And then I want to hand him a boomerang back, and I'm like, man, you did so good.
You trained me pretty good. Just show me some more moves. Maybe next time I'll be able to, fend off the threat.
On the way, we got a whole day. Meet me on the deck.
Right.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Oh, first, would you help unscramble thing?
Oh, unscramble the helm.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm on it. And he runs back up the steps, and you can hear the turntable.
I'd like to follow him and watch and just learn more about that process because I saw him scramble it originally.
Make an investigation check. See how well you can pick up on this.
26.
Okay. You're able to understand the arrangement that the helm needs to be in order for it to fly, and you're able to trace back the pattern that Gribzik had used to scramble it.
Okay.
If it's scrambled differently, it might take you a moment
Okay.
to undo it, but you're confident that you can at least do this pattern.
Sweet.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you guys would like to do?
Is this gonna be like on our journey, kind of the?
Well, before you leave,
Okay.
Soot and Flint are both on board the ship. They're actually looking at Gribzik. Flint's like, "You're even smaller than me."
Pretty small.
But he fought the dragon that's down below. So
Yeah.
I've fought plenty of those things before.
Okay.
Insight check.
Don't fight that one though, because it is. Come to find out, it is actually a friend.
22.
Yeah, he's lying. He's never done anything of the sort.
I look at Grizzly. It's like he's full of shit.
No, I'm full of blood.
100%. You are
I've
full
seen
of.
it.
Gribzik helped us fly this through a mountain, not over, not around, through.
Okay, I mean, he's got an impressive resume, but I've yet to see anything.
As us of you.
We fought together in the tunnels.
I seem to remember you hiding while we fought.
No.
And we're leaving.
You're just auditing.
I'm not saying that you can't fight. I'm just saying we haven't seen
Baby's
it
ready
yet.
to go.
Are you taking the helm?
Sure.
I'm already there.
Did you want to treat
Already
teach
there.
Gribzik some things?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I like defeated. I'm like, yeah.
So Valoth, you step into place. Make a survival check for me to see how well you can pilot this
And I
ship
use
on your
boat.
journey.
I use
Yes, you do. You gotta ask every time.
Use the boat.
That is 9. No, what's my proficiency? My proficiency is higher now, right?
Like the Pokemon skill. You know.
So dirty 20.
Okay.
They're the twine.
With that, the ship comes under your power, and the engines begin to purr as some of the snow bank underneath the ship begins to part. You gracefully levitate into the air and fly into the distance. Gribzik meets Odd on the deck. Odd, I imagine you are maybe below deck studying the engine. Flora, you're checking on your wyvern
With
and
my little menagerie, I got
Yeah,
started on the boat.
The minute you were like, weird noises, weird thing, I immediately was like, what did we forget that's in Flora's backpack?
Yeah. You know it came
That's
out of that,
immediately
yeah.
where my brain went, because I'm like, the last time it was the other turtle.
every time it's something.
On the deck of the ship in the morning sun, you see me and Grisbick, and we're like montaging, doing training to the, and you hear kind of on the wind, Oz using his magic to play, "You're the best there was." That's the not copyright. That's all.
What specifically are you training Gribzik with?
I'm training him with his boomerang, like
Okay.
one how to use it like as a handheld like attack, and then also like with the dummies how to like throw it and hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make a performance check, because you're definitely not fighting at full strength whenever you're trying to spar with him.
Yep. Ooh, 29.
Okay. Does a 19 hit you?
A 19 does not hit me, but I will let it hit me.
Okay. So it's close, right? You guys are kind of like dancing around, and you're trying to teach him how to use it in melee range, because enemies are not always going to be
Right.
so far away, and while the ship's flying, it's hard to throw the boomerang.
Right.
So he lunges at you and goes in for a strike, but at the last moment, you see the boomerang drop out of his hand. He grabs it with a second and tries to swipe up. You, out of pure instinct, barely get your shield in the way of it and sort of like bash the boomerang out of the way, but a spark does fly off of it and sort of tickle you on the side there as you fall over.
I would go as far to let him hit me.
Yeah.
Like I was gonna act like I'm gonna give his shield in, but then like pull it back at the last second, and just like take the hit and be like, "Oh, good job."
How much damage does that boomerang do?
1d4 if he's already used the lightning part of it. Yeah.
You take 4 damage.
Yes.
As he strikes you. Oh, sorry.
I'm like, no. Good job, man. That was a great hit.
And as like he begins to sort of like smile, and you see the light cascading over the peaks in the distance. This moment feels like a peaceful reprieve from your typical adventures. The airship continues to glide steadily towards Dolakar Hind, the split peak of the Black Mountain looming over the looming even larger against the horizon as you approach. Below, the sable fuel sprawls like a sea of jagged teeth. Its countless charred spires are lasting remnants of volcanic activity long past. Then, the wind begins to shift. A sudden gust slams into the hull, pitching the ship sideways as ropes creak and sails snap taut. Below, the untouched snow of the fuel erupts into swirling furies, twisting skyward like pale vortexes. Overhead, the black clouds that were looming in the distance now coil into place, mirroring the peaks below, swallowing the last traces of sunlight in their roiling mass. Then comes darkness. It descends all at once, an abyss of roiling shadow that devours light, sound, and space itself. The ship is swallowed whole, the sky vanishing into a pitch black void as the storm takes hold. Distant flashes crackle like dying stars. Thunder rolls. A deep, resonant boom shakes through the wood beneath your feet, and you can't shake the feeling that something stirs among you in the dark. Roll for initiative.
Oh,
Advantage.
So, what did you roll, Valoth?
Oh,
21.
21.
odd is 14.
Okay,
There's odds 15.
got it.
Laura's 14.
Wow. Who has the higher dex? I'm guessing it's
I have a
Odd.
+1.
oh, yeah.
yeah. So, Flora, I'll put you at 13. All right. So, as initiative begins, the storm howls as the blackened clouds churn, twisting and writhing above the deck. Two spiraling cyclones explode downward. The ship lurches as elementals slam onto the deck, their forms twisting with crackling energy. These are what you see.
Elementals.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I'm so mad.
These are not the
He's
spells.
so
that
for real
I'm
right
prepared
now.
for this.
Dude, I'm so okay. I want you to know that I was right before you were like setting this up. I was gonna be like, oh, if we have a day, I'm gonna cast this spell that takes a full 24 hours. That literally would have stopped elementals from entering the area willingly.
Well, that would have shut down this entire encounter, but you didn't do it.
That's why it takes a full day, so we would have had to have like made it anyway.
Let me actually boost this inner light so you guys can actually see. I'm going to do this.
Yeah, I'm not super prepared for combat.
Yeah.
There, now the flashing shouldn't be as bad either.
Got the tried and true.
All right, so first up in the initiative as these elementals slam down is Valoth. You are at the helm currently, but the way I've decided to run this is at the top of initiative every time. Basically, you're going to get a ship turn. Whoever's at the helm is going to be able to control the ship. You are still going to get your own turn, but, you know, you can choose to leave the helm, but there may be consequences for that if nobody's at the helm.
At the next ship.
Are we currently in a storm?
Yes.
Yeah, he started describing.
Finally!
He started describing it earlier, and I was like,
So I know you described it coming in and rolling in and consuming us and all that stuff. Did it look like it was from where we are all the way to the ground, or is there like, did it look like the clouds were just in the area that we're flying? Like if I go down, do I think that I could get out of it, or would I have to go up to get out of it?
It felt like the clouds rolling in sort of swallowed you as they swooped down, and so you imagine that the stormy weather would persist as you go down.
Oh, so it's localized to us. Okay, then we're near like a lot of mountains and stuff, so just for safety, I'm gonna like go up.
Okay.
Not like any steep, but just like, okay, let's make sure we don't hit anything.
All right. So you take your ship turn as you begin to maneuver the ship up above the clouds. You can feel it shuddering for the first time. Normally the ship sails quite smoothly, even through tumultuous conditions, but this time the wind is pushing at the sails. You can feel the strain. It's an odd sensation because your arms that control the ship in midair are even being kind of pulled back. You're having to use your own might to hold the ship in place.
Not much.
Yeah. But as you are able to move the ship up a bit, we go to your actual turn. What
So
would
can
you
I
like to
see
do?
both of them? I don't know if there's like
You
a
can
look
see-
through all
You
the
can
way
see
to the
one
other
of them. You can't see the one on the back.
Okay. There's no like see-through from where I'm at.
No.
No.
The door to the downstairs is at the back there.
I'm gonna, as I'm going up, I'm gonna jolt it up a little bit more.
Okay.
Leave the helm. So like basically give it a little bit of a running start. I'm gonna leave the helm. Is this accurate height or is it?
That's accurate height.
So if I fell from that height, I wouldn't take damage.
Yeah, it's
From
less
what
than
height?
10 it's
From
less than
here
10 feet.
back down, I wouldn't take
That would be. Oh, I see. No, that's 10 feet. My
Talking
bad.
about you
Sorry.
Slide
So I-
down that perfectly contoured.
So I would take damage, but it'd be 1d6, right?
I mean, you can get up to that platform if that's what you're wondering.
No. I'm gonna Starlight step up so I can
Okay.
see both of them,
Uh-huh.
and then I want to go back down to the helm so that I'm there for the next ship turn, basically.
I will say it will. You can basically just run back down the stairs that lead up to that platform. You don't have to.
Oh, there's stairs. that
There
go
are
up.
stairs there. They're just
How many
not-
feet is it to get up those stairs?
I'll say 10.
Oh, then I'm not even gonna waste a Starlight step. I'm gonna tip it up. I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna kind of like look around to see if I can see everything that's attacking us.
You break the surface and you just see Flint, who is sort of at the lookout platform, staring down this elemental. He's like, "Gods!"
And as I see them, I'm gonna pull out 2 whips, and I'm gonna Tasha's mind whip them from the noggin.
All right. Wisdom save, intelligence save.
Intelligence save.
Save. They're so good at these. So good. So good. So good.
We figured.
One got a 13. The other got a 3.
Both fail, so they're both gonna have all the Tasha's mind whip things, which
Yay!
says they get to choose to do one thing on any of their turns.
Love that for them.
I'm gonna tell Flint. I'm gonna say, they can either move or attack, so stay away from it. And they each take.
No promises.
Well, I told Flint that. I don't. You do whatever you want.
He knows
That's gonna be 14 psychic damage
Each of them.
to each of them, and then I'm gonna run back down and try to stabilize the ship. Back.
You're able to get back down to the ship quickly, just as the nose
don't
was
have
beginning to
reactions,
tilt down.
Yeah, they don't get reactions.
They can only move or attack.
Move, action, or bonus action.
Gotcha.
As it just so happens, they're next. They are next in the initiative here. Now the question is, do they want to use their movement or not?
Move, action, or bonus action. Yeah.
I think that this one at the back is going to use its action to strike at. Actually, you know what? Yeah. They're going to stand their ground. This one at the front is going to circle around.
They both immediately get their reactions now.
why.
They all this effects until the end of their next turn.
So maybe.
He moved.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but he wasn't threatening, huh? I'm actually, I don't know.
Why is that so hard for me to get? I do that all the
know.
time.
I said so they moved, and he didn't want them to move because they're taking an action.
They're taking actions.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
it was not at what you said. It was me
gotcha.
reminding him that.
As the whip cracks, you see the wind begin to swirl in place, growing larger and larger into a whirlwind. I need Odd and I guess
Don't you dare.
Valoth and Flint and Gribzik are all going to have to make strength saving throws as both of them begin to spiral and try to push you off the ship, basically.
Yeah.
You have a stat block
Strength
for Gribzik.
saving throw.
It's Goblin. It ain't much,
Yeah.
but it's honest
no
work.
joke.
I'm gonna expend a lucky.
Green is Gribzik.
Hope to God.
Pretty dang close.
I'm gonna take a.
This is that 20. I have a +0, so that's a 20.
Regardless, it's the same.
Lucky for the win.
Flint and Gribzik both save.
Do I save with 20?
With 20, you do.
Oh, sweet.
And Odd, what did you roll?
I thought he was gonna say no.
Me too. I was
Mike.
like, no.
Chat roll.
There's no way I can succeed then.
Hold on, do math.
Paint job on the
18.
ship is good.
Thanks. So everyone saves, which means you're going to take half damage.
You said 18?
One moment. So each of you are only going to take half damage, which is 12 thunder damage. You feel the thunder ripple across you as you are almost pushed off your feet You felt like you might have gone sailing straight off the ship if not for your ability to grasp the railings and grasp the situation. Odd, you see that Gribzik instinctively gets low, ready to try and like keep a center of gravity on board the ship. But as the thunder damage connects with him, he is knocked out cold and sent flying against the railing here.
So he failed, or he had 12 hit points?
He has 10 hit points.
He doesn't have a lot of hit points.
He does not have a lot. So Gribzik is down currently and on death saves.
Oh my god.
As we move to Drazad.
Okay.
Odd, you're on deck.
Drazad's going to hear the commotion going up upstairs and be like, I wonder what is going on. They've got dark all of a sudden.
Drazad!
Oh, okay, that sounds worrisome. I'll run up. I'm assuming
It's Gribzik Drazad!
the stairs come up like right here underneath. Okay, I would have run up the stairs, immediately laid eyes on Gribzik fell, and that there's this wind spirit thing right here.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see his eyes narrow down, and he'll go, "Be gone!" And I'll cast Banishment.
Oh,
That one.
yeah.
Got it. Okay, it's a
Charisma save.
charisma save. So good at these. so good
Wait,
at these,
wait,
so good
I
at
can
these.
see that one. You rolled a 3.
All
right.
Do you want to let him?
No, he has to do it
Has to do
before.
it before.
Has to do it before.
Yeah.
Drazad, as you channel the might of Pyraxis, a piercing white light streaks through the atmosphere, breaking through the cloud cover and striking the center of this creature.
Steer the ship into it, too. I'm like, "Ah!"
As the wind sort of encircles for a moment before it dissipates. It is made of wind, so it feels a bit odd for it to vanish like that. It feels almost as though it's still there, but you know that it has been banished to a harmless demiplane.
No, the plane that it came from.
No.
Man,
Well, unless it's from another plane.
if it's
No.
from another plane, then
If
it goes
it's-
to that plane.
If it stays for the whole minute, then it gets.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah?
As an elemental. Yes.
Ooh, I'm
as an
approved of
elemental?
it.
Yeah. As an elemental, if I keep concentration technically for the whole minute for banishment, it banishes the elemental
to its
elemental
elemental
plane.
plane. Yeah.
Okay.
I was right.
Anyway,
My bad. Banishment
So you-
has a lot of contingencies.
are you doing anything else?
And then bonus action healing word. Yes, yeah, because I didn't burn a spell slot.
Gribzik.
Yes.
Banishment, you
I'll do
get that free?
No, yeah, divine intervention.
Ooh, smart.
Because I still have that. Yeah, I'd be using that divine intervention.
I mean, you should.
Dude, as soon as they changed it, I was like, yeah, he 9 hit points he will be healed for.
Almost full.
The camera.
All right. With 9 hit points, you see Gribzik beginning to stir as the ship rocks from side to side, buffeted by the wind. He's barely able to clamber to his feet.
Honestly, Gribzik, you should probably just stay down.
Just stay low.
Yeah, because
Stay in the
if he
prone
didn't
position.
save, that would have been an outright death because
Yeah.
it would have doubled his points.
I think I'm gonna go below deck.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
yes.
a better idea.
Is there like a hole in the front that goes like?
No, it's
Usually-
through the
Well,
main area, but I'll say he's able to stand, and he at least gets between the two of you, where you're standing.
Me and
Drazad.
I'm like, Drazad, for the lift, we need little cubby holes that like connect the ship top and bottom.
And
Those
cup
in the front,
holders.
in the back. Yeah,
Okay, we'll
Just
talk
for
about that
Gribzik.
later.
Just for him.
Right.
So Odd, it is your go. Flora, you're on deck.
I was going to utilize take his sword in hand and invoke the jewel to
Okay.
cast conjure minor elementals. And then
It's an elemental fight.
yeah, and then he's gonna unfurl his wings, and I want to move. The ship's moving forward, right?
Yeah.
Would I get a boost in speed by
going from front to back.
like opening my wings and flying towards the back?
You know what? I'll give you an extra 30 feet of movement.
Yeah,
Like flying squirrel.
I think that's a cool idea. I
Yeah.
like it.
I want to because I want to move to the back towards the other one, and basically end up right in front of what's his name?
Flint.
Elemental?
No.
Oh, Flint.
I can hit it. Right here.
Well, you've already used your action and bonus action.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
hit it
Trying to
this
be
time.
within melee
I just want to
range.
be in
Yeah.
melee range for the next turn. Yeah, I'm like, get out of the way.
He is concentrating on.
Yeah, I would be concentrating. There you go.
Sweet. Somebody wants to stick a concentration ring on our buddy Odd.
Yeah.
As you begin to flare your own elementals around you. What did you roll on your jewel, your death save?
Oh yeah, I forgot I got to do that.
Yeah, I didn't.
I failed.
You feel the life being sapped out of you, but you know that time is short. You leap into the air, flaring your wings out, and as sick as your stomach feels in this moment, it has made all the sicker as you are hurtled through the atmosphere towards the back of the ship. You place your feet on the railing on that lookout post to slow your careening assault towards this elemental. You see it winding and twisting as you brandish your sword, ready to make the next strike. Flora, it is your go. What would you like to do?
Mm-hmm. Hearing the chaos above. Sorry. It happens to me. I'm sorry, Brad. It happens to me when I'm on work meetings too. As soon as I start talking, I yell every time. I'm gonna come up to the top of the ship and get out in front of Drazad, I guess.
I'll say that's pretty much all your movement to get here.
And then you're gonna see her swirl her staff in the sky. And as I slam it down on the deck, the clouds get like denser above the ship. I am now concentrating on Call Lightning.
You know what's up.
Him to give me a dex save.
A death saving
Woo!
throw.
I couldn't get that out.
Yeah. 19.
Or you die.
Okay, well he's gonna take half, but it's Stormy, so it's 5d10 instead of 4.
Oh,
yeah.
Whoa! Lightning damage?
Are they resistant to that?
We'll
We'll
might
find
be.
out. Me.
I'm so excited that it was Stormy.
Yeah.
They are the storm.
You know that I have this, so I know you planned ahead, but I had to do it.
This is literally just what the stat block says.
Pokemon rule says flying type is weak to electric.
Yeah.
Period.
31 total.
Okay, so halved to 15, halved again to 7.
Rude.
As the
Very
lightning crackles down from the atmosphere above, it connects with the elemental and courses through its swirling winds. But you see that the lightning is almost scattered into the atmosphere around it as it continues to move almost unhindered. You cast your gaze higher to see if perhaps you did not call down the full wrath of nature, when suddenly you see light churning within the clouds.
Uh-oh.
As you complete your turn, 2 more elementals cast down,
Okay.
made of solid lightning.
Oh no.
These are custom. These I made.
I have
We
a
do cyber
question.
chase.
Huh?
Is Gripzik on top still?
He's in between Drazad and Valoth.
Is he within reach of me right now?
He would not be within 5 feet of you, no.
Could I move 5 more feet?
It was all your movement to get out there.
Oh, yeah.
But like, if I could have done this on my way out.
Are you trying to like heal him or
Trying
something?
to face step him down.
Oh.
Like I would have done it as I.
Isn't that a full action though?
It's a bonus.
One of
action.
them's a bonus.
It's a full action to do
someone
on
else.
someone else.
To do it on someone else.
Yeah.
Oh, it gets me every time.
That's what it is. Okay.
So
No. That is the other thing that lets me do. I have 2 things that let me do this.
okay.
Base step says, as a bonus action, you can teleport 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. When you use your face step, you can touch one willing creature,
And bring them with you, so you would have
teleporting
to
them instead of you.
Oh.
So
So I can do it. As a
okay,
bonus
yeah.
action.
I'll allow you to touch him and you can get him below deck.
You seem frustrated.
No, it's okay. I was very confused and
Because I have 2 things that allow me to do that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
it's okay. So you reach out as Gribzik rushes between Drazad and Valoth. You see he's a bit frantic and fearful, and as soon as your hand makes contact with him, you see him disappear in a flurry of leaves and vines, sucked beneath into the deck below.
It would be pretty close to the stairs, so it'd have to be like within my line of sight.
Okay,
Yeah.
at the bottom of the
Still
stairs.
Yeah.
that's totally fair.
He's down there.
You're able to get Gribzik out of harm's way, which is not what I can say for you or for Tuck. as this other lightning elemental cascades down right behind
Correct.
two of you.
The thing that lets me do it as an action is hidden.
These cool lightning elementals are going to be part of probably our next homebrew. I did make these myself. They have some really cool mechanics here. So as they teleport in, they are both going to do a crackling discharge as carrying with them is the energy of the lightning they ride sort of just sprays out across the deck. I need Flora, Drazad, Valoth, everybody make a sorry, hang on, not con. It's right here. Yeah, it is con. Constitution saving throw.
Thank you, Daniel, for the 17.
Oh, yeah,
in the
thanks, bro.
chat. Con save, you said?
Con save.
Did you get the 11?
No. Wait, I don't know.
Grim rolled an 11.
I'm gonna use another luck point.
I did not get it then.
It's a Constitution.
again.
save.
Got a 23.
Okay. Once everybody has rolled and set their dice, I will say who passed, who failed.
19.
18.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my reaction.
Okay.
Oh, you also have, by the way, if you want to re-roll it, everybody's got
Heroic.
their heroic
That lets
inspiration.
me reroll.
Yeah.
Any dice once.
Do that then. Reroll.
I did take a reaction. I used my reaction. I took a +5.
Not any better. 11. I fail.
You can still use
Your reaction.
reaction if you want.
Yeah, because
Yeah, the heroic inspiration doesn't use any
Free
resources.
action.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will
do
do
it
that
because
for
knowing us, it's
17.
gonna like blow
Okay.
something or something.
And everyone saves, including Flint, but all of you are going to take half of 19, which is going to be 9
Nine.
damage. 9 lightning damage from these creatures.
I'm resistant.
So everyone concentrating needs to make con saves.
4.
That's going to
Good.
be Odd, Drazad, and Flora.
Zod,
I have
how good are you?
advantage.
Okay, I was gonna say because I can port it into above a 10 if we need to.
I have advantage on.
I really want this thing to
saves.
stay gone.
I have to make a 10.
Yeah, 10 or
Yeah,
more.
10 or more.
Oh yeah,
No, I
10!
rolled a 10 too.
You saved as well, Drazad?
16. Yes.
Okay, got it. So with that, the creatures stand. It looks as if they're moving in slow motion, as their bodies sort of jitter at weird angles, almost like they're frozen in place until their next flash. It is now Flint's turn.
Some dirt at them. Round them.
Flint's gonna attack.
Yeah.
Flint's gonna attack the creature that is right in front of him here, and he has pack tactics, so he gets advantage. Thanks, Odd.
Yeah.
He takes out his crossbow.
Pew pew.
Crossbow, he's standing right next to the thing.
He's 10 feet back.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, the shooting at the. I got you.
That is a non-natural 20, so that will hit.
Wow.
Roll a second attack as well. That is a natural 20.
Oh
Get him.
my
Will also
God.
hit. Jeez.
Watch these
Tuck.
things are like immune to piercing damage or some BS.
As the bolt flies from his crossbow into the air elemental, you see some of the air is parted and disturbed by the bolt, but it is not fully affected.
What is that?
I don't know.
Oh. It's just the computer got full.
Oh, okay.
Recording stopped. That's not a big deal.
Okay.
Okay, stream is still going. Cool.
So as the bolt flies through the elemental, you see some of the wind part, but it's not fully affected as it takes half damage from those 2 bolts.
Okay.
It is
We're
resistant.
resistant to lightning.
So that is going to be
That should be
8
a lightning.
and 16, so
I can breathe it.
4.
Yeah.
Nice. Good job, Tuck. Tuck high fives himself. As we now move to Valoth's turn, but the ship's turn first. Is there anything you're trying to do with the ship?
I mean, same thing. I'm just gonna steadily climb and jolt it up at the last second. Not jarringly, but just enough to give me time to move away from this spot.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Then we move to your turn as the ship tries to navigate the storm in
Yeah.
the smoothest way
I mean,
possible.
with these elementals, I feel like doing anything to try to shake them off would do us more harm than them. So, I'm gonna run up the back of the stairs so I can see all 3 of the elementals.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull the whips out again, and I'm gonna. I need end saves from all of them.
1 second. I'm gonna delete a file to make.
You good? You good? I gotta figure out what level I have
Wonder
to
if
cast
that
this at to
has
be able to
something
do
with
3.
Why the cameras keep
No,
glitching? Oh, okay.
it's the cameras themselves turning off. It's not that.
Oh.
All right. So what's up?
Int saves from all 3 elementals.
All 3. Yucky. First one is going to succeed, which is going to be the remaining air elemental. It got a 17.
Hey.
The second elemental is also going to succeed with an 18.
That's BS.
And the last one got a 11.
These things are supposed to be stupid.
Yeah, the one on the deck got an 11. So
The one on the deck is going to have all the things and take the full 9 damage. The other 2 are going to take half of that, which is 4 psychic damage.
Got it.
And then I run back down to the ship.
You're going back down. Oh, you're
Yeah.
going up and down like this.
Yeah. Because I can't see all of them, so I
Yeah.
got to go up and then run back down. And I can't really do anything else with my bonus action, so that's going to be it.
It is now the air elemental's turn. It does get its whirlwind back, but does it want to use it? I think it does. Yeah, so it begins to spin out of control once again, trying to blow you and Flint back. Both of you need to make strength saves. As the ship continues to move at speed, it's hard to gauge exactly how much wind is going to buffet you at any given moment. Flint actually
18 saves
fails.
I believe.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to use my reaction, take a dice roll.
Okay. For total?
I'm looking.
Does Flint fail? He's got a really nice dex.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Flint exactly succeeds as well, as both of you are going to take another 12 points of thunder damage. Flint is nearly knocked off his feet, but able to dig his short sword into the decking and keep himself aloft.
Okay, so good on my concentration check.
Okay. We now move to Drazad's turn.
Okay.
Odd, you're on deck.
Okay.
The elemental in front of you cannot take reactions, and it's mind whip. The other 2 pass their save. So you can
You
run
have
away
no
from it
idea.
without it
You have
taking that
no
reaction.
idea how pertinent taking its reaction was.
Absolutely important.
Daniel Struve, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, man. We're
bro.
partway through the stream, and you're still being generous. I really appreciate that. Thank you, man. I hope you're having a great night. I'm going to add your chaos points here.
You moved all the lights, didn't you?
What?
Just
You
the
moved all the
majority.
lights?
No, I didn't move any lights.
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot to say, Morgan set up this this terrain. So, huge shout out, Morgan. Way to go. You did a great job. It looks
You
amazing.
added more fluff.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I just scooted the fluff in.
Oh, never mind.
It looks really cool.
Y'all are too close.
What you got, Drazaddy?
I know. It just sucks because I really was not prepared. I am just
Not
going
prepared
to, I mean, I guess since he's right in front of me,
That was the point.
let me.
I guess Soot is
do-
under the.
Oh, yeah. Soot is below deck. I mentioned that earlier, too.
Oh, okay. I'm-
And he is not coming up.
Oh yeah, no, don't. I don't want him to.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna. I'm just gonna swing at him with Lightbringer.
Okay.
Does a 12 hit?
12 does not hit. As you go to swing your mace at the creature that is barely moving, and it flickers just out of the way as your mace swings wide of it.
Run away.
The body is very thin and jittery.
And then yeah, I'll use my movement to get basically like just on the side of him.
And no reaction.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take your concentration ring with you.
Of any of the ones
am.
for it to work on, I'm happy it was that one because I know Odd is not moving away from those.
Oh, I forgot to ask you this. How long is the ship? Or like what's the radius like if you're in the center, you know?
If you're in the center of the ship, I mean, that is 2 scales. So 40 feet, about 80 feet is the length.
Great, perfect.
Maybe a little bit
So
longer.
40-foot radius from the center.
Okay.
That's what I need to know.
Odd, it is your go. What would you like to do? Flora, you're on deck.
Fireball.
So there's like a
A few spells I do have prepared.
Odd.
Don't ask me.
Odd is you're gonna see the little emanation of spears and flits of magic and stuff flash red and turn into little spits of fire around him. And as he reaches back and as he reaches his sword back, he's gonna kind of phase out, and then you see him disappear, and then or all of a sudden he reappears by you, strikes this thing, reappears back where he was, strikes this one, reappears right where he was, and strikes that one.
Okay. So make your attack roll for the first one. The second one might have something to say about it.
Okay.
Insert SpongeBob meme here. Want to see me do it again?
Want to see me do it again? I was not sure which SpongeBob meme you were referring to.
Let's see. Okay. Does a 21 hit?
21 definitely hits.
Okay.
As you appear in the space right next to Flora, striking out with your blade, carrying some of the elemental energy off of your own elementals into this lightning one.
Oh, jeez.
Math.
Don't forget to add that.
52 points of damage of force and fire.
And any
Force
pluses
and
on top
fire.
of that.
There's no pluses as a spell.
Okay.
Nope. Oh, sorry, 4. 4 more. Radiant.
Or more radiant. Is any of that like slashing or anything?
Oh, this is a spell. I cast a Steel Wind Strike.
Yeah, but it's force damage for Steel Wind Strike. That's
Right.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, good on you because these do not resist that. And with that much damage, you see the electricity crackle in the space where you appeared as it disperses.
Yeah, and then
You reappear next to this one.
appear, hit the
Electric one or the wind one?
I guess the wind one first.
It doesn't matter which one.
Y'all don't have reactions, right?
No, they those two save. They
14
get their
is not real.
reactions.
Oh, I'll hit the wind one first.
Okay, that's what.
The front one's the only one you didn't hit.
Well, I'll
Or
hit the,
didn't get.
I guess
I don't know why the dice isn't showing up. So I tried to run it again to see if it would.
It might be like the computer ran out of space or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The image. It's fine.
Memory's full.
keep
Continue,
going?
yeah.
Okay.
Roll.
Only hit.
It should be showing up.
Oh,
It's just not
That's
there.
a 24 hit.
24 definitely hits, yes.
It's okay. I mean, we can figure it out later.
Well, I wish D&D Beyond had like a thing where you
reload it.
just re-roll
the same thing you
the
just.
same thing you just rolled. That'd be nice.
And a way to minus dice.
Oh yeah.
An extra one by accident.
If you hold it, you can't.
51 damage.
Holy
4
hell,
more?
dude.
No, not 4 more. Because I can only add that to one attack per. Okay.
And that's on the wind elemental.
Yeah,
Oh, if you
that one as well.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
And then
Dispersed.
Hell yeah.
the last one.
Good job, Odd. What are you doing? Just
You win
attack.
strike.
20.
Okay, so I'm
The
going to
rest
roll a
of it's
dice.
here.
Yeah.
Oh. This one gets his reaction.
I banished one of them.
As you land your final strike, ready to strike a pose yourself, you feel your blade slip through the creature as suddenly its lightning cascades down and into you. You feel it leap away as a static discharge erupts in the space where it was. It now appears. We're going to say it's going to appear here.
But still hit it or no?
It's a
You do
reaction
not.
teleport.
Oh.
It gets a reaction teleport. So basically, the stat block says that anytime the elemental teleports at least 5 feet, they can use an attack after the teleport. And they have a reaction that says, when it's hit by an attack, roll a die. If the result is even, it gets to use that teleport.
That's
That it
cool.
has. Yeah.
Now
So
we
it has-
know because I can portent that. No. Dude, odd.
I'm gonna roll
you
these
can,
dice.
technically.
I'm gonna roll these dice anyway.
Yeah, might as well. Drazad, it is going to make a
122.
stunning bolt attack on you.
122 points of damage that thing missed out on. As I reappears right above and just comes out with the thunderous hit. Like, look at it.
Don't hit the ship. Don't hit the ship. You probably actually think you've done it in for a moment before you see it's reappeared as the lightning strikes down.
It's like
Still went strike, but he crit on that hit.
Oh, that I was like, what the hell are you rolling?
Then I rolled a whole bunch of 9s and 10s.
Yeah, he did.
A bunch of dice.
Does a 22 hit you?
No, unfortunately not. Yeah.
Oh, dang. You are going to take 14 points of lightning damage, and you are stunned until the start of the elemental's next turn.
Oh, man.
Good thing I made y'all immune to poison.
Goodbye, concentration.
Goodbye, my friend.
Oh, fuck.
You're incapacitated
Goodbye,
now.
my lover. Oh,
Does that make you drop concentration?
I believe it does.
I think it does. I'll look it up real quick.
It's right here.
Yeah, no concentration. Big bold letters.
Yes, being incapacitated means you lose concentration.
So as you drop your concentration, the wind elemental now appears behind its lightning ally.
Got it.
Sorry, I was.
Wait a second. Oh, damn. You went too fast, Alex.
What?
Did he hit you with that?
Yes.
Oh, damn. I had a bonus action. I could have gave it to Drazad or
Me too.
extra AC.
But that... I mean, that was its entire reaction. I don't know if you can...
Oh, that was part of the teleport?
Reaction.
Yeah.
It makes an attack as part of the
Yeah, it was
teleport,
part of his
Yes.
reaction.
So it is still your turn, technically.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You still have that bonus action to do whatever.
I'm going to
the
wink
hell
at
you wanna
somebody. Probably Flora now. I was going to wink at Drazad.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
You get what I'm
If he already had it, he could have used it, but you couldn't have done it in that moment because it's
Correct.
all happening.
Yeah, it all happened. Okay.
Are you doing anything else?
Yeah, wink at. I was gonna wink at Drazad, but then seeing him get roasted, I'm like, ugh. Hey, Flora. I'm gonna wink at you, and you got a bardic.
Is it a D10?
It's a D10. You can use that for AC one time, or you can use it for an attack.
Nice. Flora, it is now your go. What would you like to do?
I am going to use my magic action, which is not casting a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Call down lightning onto the big guy.
Okay.
So he has to make a dex save.
That is a 15, so I don't think he saves.
He fails. He's going to take damage that I know he is resistant
He's
to.
fresh. He's got a lot of hit points, thank God.
I wish they'd have all been on the deck.
I know.
I could have hit all of them.
Honestly, it kind of worked out that he disappeared.
You can hit 5 things with that.
Yeah, I know. Do you know now why I was like, why'd you steal the damn reaction?
Oh, yeah, no.
These
I knew
creatures
they were gonna do
thrive on
something.
reactions.
20 points total
Okay.
of lightning damage.
So half to 10.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna...
Not nothing.
Yeah.
It is definitely something. As the lightning
it would've hit
cascades
both of
down.
them,
No, just one.
Why?
So I have to... Oh, well, are they within 5 feet?
Yeah.
Oh, then it would have... The other one...
The other one's immune to lightning, so.
Oh, that's right. It's a fucking.
It is a lightning element. It's made of lightning.
Yeah.
So
It
then...
gets bigger. Oh,
what
no.
I'm gonna do is drop concentration on that and
Okay.
cast Grasping Vine as a bonus action.
Ooh.
Okay.
Knock 'em
Use
down.
my spell slot. And I'm gonna Grasping Vine both of them because I'm casting it at 5th level, so I can grapple 2.
What does Grasping Vine do again? I don't see that one that much.
It says I conjure a vine that sprouts from the surface in an unoccupied space. It lasts for up to 1 minute. Make a melee spell attack against a creature within 30 feet of the vine. On a hit, the target takes 48 bludgeoning damage and is pulled 30 feet towards the vine. If the target is huge or smaller, it has the grappled condition. The vine can grapple only one creature at a time.
You can attack one of them.
No, as a bonus action, number of creatures the vine can grapple increases by 1 for each spell slot above 4.
I see. Okay.
I
Got it.
casted it at 5, and I'm going to try to grapple both of them.
So you're making attack rolls. Got it.
Making attack rolls.
Don't forget to use your
Never
movement.
find it.
Use my what?
Movement.
Move away
Whenever
from
you're done. Yeah, move away.
Yeah.
It does have a
Yeah,
Yeah,
reaction.
just careful of the
But
reaction.
if they're
Oh.
grappled,
They still have a
They
reaction.
still have a reaction when they're grappled. Yes.
Okay. Well. Can I use this to add to my hit?
Or, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll a
What's your
1.
roll?
It's a 13 total to hit the lightning guy.
13 does not hit as the
Oh,
grasping
no.
vine sprouts out from the ground and tries to strike at the lightning creature as it shifts jaggedly out of the way.
21. It's the other one.
21 definitely hits the other one as the vine swirls up, is almost sucked up itself into its vortex.
Okay, so if
I'm
it's
just sad.
huge or smaller, he is grappled. Is he grappled?
Is not grappled. He is immune to the condition. He is made of air.
I had a feeling that was going to Well,
Very sorry.
I'll still roll my damage. That's 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. As
And I am actually
If you teleport,
Make a bonus. Yeah, you
can't. I use everything, so I'm just gonna hang out right there.
Okay. The vine springs into existence as it swats at the creature in front of you, peeling away large chunks of the air that makes up its body. It still swirls nonetheless, hardly affected by your attack as it begins to eye you as a potential target for its next turn. This creature is now going to... The lightning elemental is going to teleport for its turn.
to make an attack when it
Get
I,
here.
I get to make an attack when it shows up.
Do you? Even on a teleport?
It entered my threatened zone.
Teleports usually get around things like opportunity attacks, so
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it would get around that too.
Let's see if opportunity says that teleport gets around it.
Well, I mean, when to escape.
You know what I mean? If it says
I mean, you guys use that all the time, is what.
Yeah.
but I'm saying if opportunity attack says that like teleport like specifically gets around it,
Well, no, but
then I
he's
would
saying
look to
that's how
see
we
if
play it.
is
That's how we've always played it. Who, like, why are we changing the rules
I'm
now?
not trying to change the rules. This thing is separate from opportunity attack, right?
Yeah, but he's saying the way we
It
normally
is a
play
reaction attack. I mean,
Reaction.
in
That's
spirit,
fair.
it's like
That's
the
fair.
same
That's fair.
thing.
That's fair.
Okay,
Right?
Go ahead. Yeah.
What is the
Then
ability?
You use your reaction to make an attack on something that enters your threatened
range.
range.
Yeah, so
Okay.
then you.
I feel like
the
it's
same
not
as opportunity.
entering.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
fair. That's
appearing,
fair.
right?
That's fair.
I can.
It's the reason teleports are
I can
good.
take it or leave it.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Okay.
There's
We'll play it that way then.
Yeah, that's cool.
This is one of the only times it would be able to get around that.
You're good. You're good.
So it lands there, and it is going to do its crackling discharge again. So I need you to make a con save, and Tuck's going to make a con save too. Tuck rolled a net one. Rip Tuck.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Not to be confused with Nip Tuck. That's Flint. Sorry. The 10th. I'm so glad that I made him part of Tuck's lineage, because when I make those mistakes, it seems
It works.
intentional.
I rolled a 10.
Okay. So you and Tuck both fail. Both of you are going to take 19 points of lightning damage as lightning arcs across you. You look to Tuck after steadying yourself from the blow, and you see that Tuck is on death's door. I mean, he is ravaged, still standing, but barely able to hold himself upright in that armor.
Tuck's got a lot of hit points, bro.
Like, Tuck, you doing all right, bud?
I'm doing just fine. Better than you. He's not. As we now move to Tuck's turn.
I'm like, Tuck, don't be a hero here, man.
Tuck is gonna use his 2 attacks, this time using his short sword with pack tactics. A 9 is not gonna do it. So he rolls again. Jeez. A 14 does hit, though. As he strikes the creature, it is going to use its reaction. Just got back. That is a 6. So it is going to teleport out of the way of Tuck's second attack. And it's going to land... Shoot, where does it want to go? It's going to land right in front of Flora and Valoth here. And it is going to, once again, use its AoE attack. So I need Flora and Valoth to both make dex saves. Con saves, sorry.
We have advantage?
Why would you have advantage?
I don't know.
I do, because I'm going to use lucky.
Okay.
Oh, shit on a brick.
Use that chat roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my reaction.
That's 19 on this. Huh?
What's that?
This is the one you did to us? Same attack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that 8?
Okay. And what'd you get, Valoth?
I got an 18.
Okay. So Valoth, you're gonna save. Flora, you're gonna fail. Valoth, you take 8 points of lightning damage. Sorry, 9 points of lightning damage. Flora, you take 19 points of lightning damage. But the creature no longer has its reaction. Oh. I forgot about part of... Odd, can you make a Constitution save as well? Forgot part of the stat block that I designed.
Oh. When it leaves, it does that too?
It does something else.
Okay.
Technically, it should have been doing this a lot earlier, but...
At 20!
Okay. So, as it leaves, there is a flash of light, and you are able to block your eyes from it. And as you blink them back open, you see Flint. Where'd everybody go?
Oh, no.
Yeah, Flint is blinded.
I'm like, don't move, Flint. Get low.
So it has like an exiting
prone.
thing
Yeah.
and an entering thing. Yeah.
Cool.
It is a really fun design. I wanted it to feel like lightning, sort of.
Yeah, and it's
jittering.
using like thunderstep.
And fun fact, it doesn't have a movement speed.
It only
teleports.
That's
Yeah.
fun. Because it moves at the speed of electricity.
Valoth, it is your go, or rather the ship's go. Are you doing anything with the ship other than the norm? And then we'll move to your turn.
Would I know if jolting people gets them out of the stunned condition? Or no?
I think you probably would know that taking an action to shake somebody awake does.
Or hitting them in the face with magic.
Oh, sorry. Stun does not.
Yeah, stunned wouldn't. Okay. Then, nope, nothing different with the ship.
Okay. We move to your turn. What would you like to do with
Nothing
the air?
different with my turn either. I need int saves from the 2 elementals.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to move this time.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling.
Do we know? Are they bloody?
Wind elemental?
No, we don't know.
Wind elemental fails. Lightning elemental saves with another 18.
But it doesn't have its reaction anymore.
Well, it used it.
Yeah, it used it, so it already doesn't have it.
It already doesn't have it.
Okay.
9 and 5 is 14, so 14 psychic to the flying sky one, and then 7 to the other one.
All right.
And then-
Zod, you were just asking. The air elemental looks like it is bloodied. I was going to try and describe that a little bit more poetically, but...
And then seeing the
down.
It's sparking.
seeing the several flashes that it's made when it's jumped, I'm going to, in my turn, I already can't see because we're in the clouds, so I don't know where I'm flying to.
Mhm.
I'm just going to close my eyes.
Okay. So you're blinded.
Blinding myself.
You're blinded.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make a survival check with disadvantage.
I have my this eye. Does that count? I don't know. Survival check with disadvantage?
Yes.
Is
Adding
this
your ship stuff.
Okay. 16.
Okay.
Yes.
With a 16, you feel like you're able to steady the ship, but every rock of the wind that buffets it is making it harder and harder to keep the ship on course. On the ship turn, I'm going to have you roll that same check, and there might be something that happens.
Well, it wouldn't be open by then? I mean, is it a free action to reopen my eyes?
So it gets like, are you closing them to avoid the
flash?
Flash?
Yes, but as soon as that happens, I would reopen them.
I mean,
How do you know it happened?
How do you know?
You can see if you stare at the
You
sun.
You are.
If you stare at the
really-
sun with your eyes closed, you can still see the sunlight.
So my imagining is that you are in an atmosphere full of lightning flashes and darkened areas, so you are seeing flashes pretty regularly if you want to follow that logic. By that logic, I believe that when you close your eyes for such an effect, you are either closing them for the whole round or not at all.
God, this thing's just incapacitating us so much.
That's the point.
No, I know. Yeah, I'll leave them open. Yeah.
Okay.
Ignore that last roll then.
It is the air elemental's turn now as it looks to...
It's whipped.
Yeah, it is whipped, so it can't move, but it can attack. Does it get its whirlwind back? It does. Does it want to use that, though? I kind of feel like it doesn't. It's instead feeling the end approaching and not wanting to try and just push you guys off of the ship anymore. It is going to take both of its fists with its 10 feet of reach and its arms sort of stretch out as it makes one strike on Flora and one strike on you, Valoth.
Okay. The one on me... Oh, God. Do I think it has a high plus?
I'm sure it does.
This is the one on you.
Lucky can be used to give disadvantage, can't it?
Yes. Before the attack roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it disadvantage.
Wanna
Okay.
do that?
And that's all my lucky.
It rolled a 10
Sweet.
on the attack on you as the its fist basically parts in a cool breeze before it strikes you. It then reaches out towards you, Flora, and another 10. My God, this dice sucks. That is going to miss as well. It's stretched itself too thin, and the attacks that you've made with the vine and the thunder have weakened it enough that it is not able to reach you quite as well.
Real enough.
Valoth, Drazad, it is your go. Odd, you're on deck. What would you like to do?
Okay. Drazad would like to... So it's going to be a 10-foot radius, but I'd basically like to cast a spell like kind of right here.
Okay.
Just to where I should...
Get them and miss us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can hit both of them and not Valoth, even though he's like right there.
Yeah, I know he's pretty close.
You can cast it a little bit more forward, and but then you'd be in it. Now I'm gonna make you make a choice.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
You're either gonna hit Valoth or you're gonna hit yourself.
Or Flora.
You can avoid Flora because you can position it that way.
Well, but he can hit Flora to not hit us, is what she's saying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see.
I
What
hit
you're saying.
myself though.
Either or. Either position it
You can
forward
position
or
it here
something like that.
to hit only the two elementals, but it would hit
You're
you
in
too. Or you can position it here, and that would hit Valoth as well. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'll take
So
the damage.
Okay.
Thank you.
This
is not going noticed.
Do I hit myself or the person driving?
Oh, got it.
I need dexterity saving throws from them.
Okay. The air elemental fails, and the lightning elemental, I believe, fails with a 12.
Yeah.
Yes, he does. And I will take my reaction to pass.
You can use your heroic.
That's okay. I don't think I'm going to worry about it. They are both going to take, okay, let's do 5d6 fire damage. They're going to take 19 fire damage.
Okay.
Then they're going to take 16 radiant damage.
All right. So that is
35
35 altogether.
Yes. And then I'll take 34-17. Oh, fuck.
It might actually be...
Fire damage, did I say?
19.
Okay, so 18. So then
9.
halved would be 9.
Is Firestorm?
8 would be 4. Flame strike.
Flame strike.
Yeah.
So 4 fire damage, and then 19 minus 35 is 16.
Yeah.
So then it would be 8 more damage from radiant.
So 24.
Okay, got it.
As you cast your spell, flames emanate from the atmosphere, using the wind itself to sort of channel as much oxygen into that flame as possible. You're able to strike out at these two elementals as the flames are sucked up into the air elemental. It is nearly combusted itself, but it still holds together. The chains that hold its body in place are rattling back and forth. The lightning elemental does take the brunt of the damage, but is still standing there, jaggedly pulsing in and out of form. Both are still standing even after your kamikaze attack here, but they are not looking good. You do anything else?
That is pretend.
Hey, Odd, it is your go. Flory, you're on deck.
I was gonna run down the stairs in a full sprint and try and hit the first one.
Okay, I'm not going to move you because
Yeah.
it is congested, but
Okay.
I believe you.
Yeah. You believe in me?
No.
No.
No!
I do.
Too bad!
Let's say 25 hit.
25 definitely hits. It
Um,
doesn't have a reaction.
doesn't.
Hot nerd.
So that's going to
Be mad at
be
me, I didn't take it this time. It already used it.
13 points. 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay. So as you strike your sword out at the
23
creature,
points of fire damage and 4 points of radiant damage.
you should have led with that.
Yeah. I wasn't done.
Your blade basically hits the lightning as if it's a bowstring and begins to draw it taut. You are struggling to force your way through this inanimate object as it jitters back and forth, but then flades exhume from your blade, covering the creature and basically having it burst in a fiery display of electricity and flame. It is gone.
And as I'm just not even. I knew the strike was gonna catch it. I just followed through into the next one.
All right.
And as I face up to it, then behind me was a trail of like flames and spears that just started daggering into. Does a 17 hit?
17 does hit, yes.
Gotta.
Okay.
Great.
You have to roll for each individual one to hit.
Yes. It's actually pretty good though.
Yeah. No, I was just curious.
That one's gonna be 37 points of damage.
All right. How do you want to end this combat with both of these creatures?
Damn.
Same thing.
Planning
as
so much.
We're so close.
I know.
I was planning.
As I've run through and I cut the piece of lightning, the flames kind of lick up and turn into spears behind me as all three of them just kind of pin this thing to the deck as the wind disperses. It's finding each little leftover piece of wind and sinks into them and lights them aflame as they puff out in the smoke.
Beautiful. As the creature is evaporated before you, the final strike lands and the elementals dissipate in a howling rush of wind, their forms unraveling like torn banners caught in their own gale. The storm that once devoured the sky peels away in an instant, and light pierces through the pale cold. For a moment, there is silence, and the last roll of thunder booms from the distance. Deep and guttural, its echoes curling like the final notes of a terrible laughter. In this moment, all of you catch your breath, and Odd, as you stand victorious, you feel that boom resonate in your own heart. You feel your drum begin to thrum with energy. As the ship continues to sail towards Dolakar Hind in the distance, that is where we will end our session for tonight.
Very
Oh
nice.
boy.
Thank you all for hanging out with us tonight for a pretty crazy stream here. Wild combos, crazy stat blocks. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of the future live streams that we do. And become a member if you want to check out some of these stat blocks for yourselves. The Lightning Elemental I am particularly proud of, even though it didn't get to shine quite as much as I wanted it to today.
I don't know, man.
It got to
Did
do
a
some cool
lot.
things. But all that said, until next time, go out there and make some chaos. Bye.
Bye.
Hell yeah.
Dude, when I'm blue.